What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Titan series for PUBG Mobile. We're here in Season 0 in the final week of the Premier Qualifiers. It's week 3. The challengers went down on Tuesday of this week and had some amazing action. And it's time to see what happens in the Premier Division. If you haven't been checking it out so far, here is what you need to learn about the Titan series. Let's go to a bit of an explainer and learn about the format for this tournament. This is the Titan series, mobile gaming's ultimate esports showcase. In PUBG Mobile Season 0, teams will battle for ultimate battleground supremacy and a prize pool that stands at $2,000. Each Titan Series season is 4 weeks long, and teams will play in 2 divisions, the Premier Division and the Challenger Division. Both Premier and Challenger teams will play in the Qualifier stage that spans the first 3 weeks of the season. From there, the top 12 teams from the Challenger Qualifiers will join the bottom 4 teams from the Premier Qualifiers to play in Week 4's Challenger Finals. In the Challenger Finals, anything can happen, as the top 4 finishers will join the Premier Qualifiers top 12 in the Premier Finals later on in Week 4. The prize pool will be divided amongst the top 3 teams in the Premier Finals, and the top 12 Premier Finals teams will be guaranteed a slot in next season's Premier Division. In the Titan series, the stakes are always high, as teams have the ability to climb up and plunge down the leaderboard. If you think your team has what it takes to compete at the highest level, prove it. Sign up to play by visiting titanseries.gg. You can also stay up to date with your favorite teams, look up detailed team and player statistics, and even grab custom Titan Series player cards to share with the community. This is the Titan Series, forged in fire. Forged in fire, baby. That's right. We got the Titan series back. Hopefully you guys understand it. Again, the qualifiers wrap up this week. I am so excited to see who reigns supreme on the battlegrounds. I'm going to have my attention on kind of the bottom third of the leaderboard this week. I would love to invite some of my fellow casters and talent for the evening onto air because we have a lot to talk about. Welcome to Hot Jukes, Mustache Dave, and Neptura. You guys are amazing. Thanks for joining me here once again at the desk. Start with Hot Jukes, man. Here we are, week number 3. What's on your mind?
Ooh, last week, baby. Here we go. It all comes down to this to see who's going to go ahead and qualify to the next stage. Obviously, I
don't know
heard
if broadcast can hear him, but I
heard that
you know,
it's going to be pretty interesting here.
Well,
he's still muted in Discord.
I heard it's going to be
you might
pretty
be
tight.
getting
As you can hear, yes, I can hear you guys now, right? I hear it's pretty tight on the challenger side of things towards the end there, PB. I know you got a lot to talk about when it comes to that.
100%, dude. We had a pretty tight challenger thing on Tuesday. I'm sure you were talking a little bit about it. It's all good. Little mute button never killed anybody. Anyway, Dave, Hot Juice was just mentioning we had a crazy challenger finish on Tuesday. Again, those happen off air each season and are open to the public. Signups for that will be coming soon. More information towards the back half of this show on that one. But Dave, the action in Premiere is shaping up to be incredibly tight as well. Who do you got your eye on?
I'm trolling. Hey, I'm here. I got you guys. Yeah, PB. So to answer your question, definitely going to be looking at these bottom teams here today. You know, having a couple chats with them. They're super hyped, and they're looking to definitely improve here and get that top 12 here, you know, to qualify for the next round.
Absolutely. Dave, you're the best troller. You're turning me red already.
Oh, so
Neptura coming to you back for a second week in a row as our analyst for the evening. Thank you so much for being here first and foremost.
Absolutely.
Had some great interviews with teams earlier on tonight. And a lot of strategy going into today.
Yeah.
What is on your mind? Who should be focusing on what? Give some general tips, I think, for the evening for some of these teams just getting ready to compete.
I mean, honestly, for many of these teams, it's basically just keep doing what they're doing. You know, a couple of teams just need a little extra momentum coming in here. A lot of it, I think, is going to be a little bit of hesitancy from some of these teams, certainly towards the lower end of that table, you know, that battle for 12th that we're going to be seeing. I think a lot of that is going to come in through those placement points. So they're going to want to continue what they've been doing in terms of those eliminations, because so many of these teams have really high elimination eliminations, but do what they can do in order to get those placement points as well to really solidify their top 12 spot.
100%. Well, thank you so much for the breakdown. We'll be coming back for more of that here soon. But you mentioned placement points. I think we ought to take a look at the overall standings that have been accumulated over the first 2 weeks so far. We'll take a peek at the tables right now. And as you can see, YKG sitting comfortably atop the standings right now. Really the only team in earshot right now of them is Nova Esports. Both of those teams collecting a huge amount of points. To give context, the winner of the Challenger Division qualifiers finished with 103 points after 3 weeks of play. So YKG really putting the pedal to the metal. But Hot Jukes, look at the bottom of this table, my friend.
Ooh.
A lot of really, really tight action here. Really could go anyone's way.
Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention some really big names that I was seeing. I'm surprised to see the Chosen so far down. I mean, we saw them dancing while they were, struggling. So I'm interested to see how they bounce back today. Hopefully, they were just kind of giving everybody a little bit of a chance. But man, they put themselves in a heck of a bad spot. Another team that I'm looking at too, it's got to be the Panthers. I expected more out of these boys to come out swinging. But hey, you know what? Pressure builds diamonds, baby, right? So the pressure's on. Hopefully they go ahead and put some work in today.
That's right. You're either going to crack or become hard AF. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a peek at what the scenarios look like at this point. There's a cut. And again, as we've mentioned, it happens after number 12. You can see in the Challenger Division, the stage has already been set. The qualifiers are done, and these 12 teams are moving on to the Challenger Finals. Now, joining them will be the bottom 4 teams from the Premier Division, and that is what we're going to find out here tonight. The bottom 4, we'll get to in just a moment, will be competing against the Challenger Finals teams. And again, the top 4 from this group will be moving into the Premier Finals to join the top 12 from tonight. Ooh. So, Dave, we got an interesting format here. Tell me your thoughts on it, and make sure you're unmuted first. It's got to be you that's the problem here. I think you were slipping tips to Hot Juice to just start, with a mute button on.
So true. So true. But yeah, I love the format. Chatting with the players, they also love the format because if you are having a couple bad games, you're not out of it completely. You kind of have that second chance to try to fight back and try to continue to climb up the leaderboards and the lobbies. And also, another interesting thing, the kill points, the elim points. We've seen how much of an impact this point system as a whole has had throughout every single match. So we were kind of chatting about those teams on the cusp here today. I think if they come into these games, go for a bunch of elims early on, they'll have a good chance at qualifying here today, PB.
They really will. And, Neptura, before we go back to the other view, which is basically where we sit tonight and the Premier Division, what does the cutoff look like? Want to ask you, of like the Chosen and the other teams on the bottom, are you expecting them to kind of, pull up their britches, say, let's go? I've heard from several kind of conversations behind the scenes that they're looking to try some new things, perhaps some personnel changes, perhaps some different strategies. What are your thoughts here as to what kind of shakes out tonight here in games 9 through 12?
Well, Hot Juke said something really interesting that really rings true for so many teams, is that pressure makes diamonds, right? So often you will see teams actually make that pressure for themselves and just kind of get a few points first couple of days, first couple of weeks, whatever it is, so that they have all that pressure ready for them when they get into, the final hours. So honestly, for team abilities, the Panthers, TC, all these sorts of teams, we could be just seeing that side of them, and we could be seeing a huge comeback coming in here for these next 4 games. With the points being as close as they are, everything's possible, anything goes. So I'm really looking forward to all of those lower placed teams to really shine tonight.
Absolutely. We're seeing every single game 21, 27, 24 points picked up by the winners in tonight's contest. And I will say, if we could go to the making the cut graphic for the Premier Division, I want to see who's kind of on the outside looking in and look at their overall points, because while it might feel like there's a lot of pressure on them, I also want to make the case for these teams that they are really not that far out of it. This is what the lay of the land looks like tonight. We've got teams 1 through 12 that are right now in qualification for the Premier Finals. They will be moving on. but we still have 4 games to play. The teams on the outside looking in, Phoenix, the Panthers, Golden Eagles, the Chosen, they are trying to claw their way above that top 12 line. And while it looks like, you know, the Golden Eagles and the Chosen are far out of it, if you add 20, 21 points to their score, that rockets them all the way up to like 8th place at this point. So they're really not far out of it. They just got to go get that chicken dinner. So we are going to be taking a peek at the action tonight. We've got Erangel coming up first. We're preparing for battle now. Lobby's loading up, and we are getting ready to drop in. We'll be following up tonight with Mustache Dave and Hot Jukes taking us away for Miramar and Sanhok. We've got Sanhok making its return this week. Nova Kendi for week number 3. And then we'll finish out with Erangel at the end here for match number 12. So those are the action-packed games that we'll be going towards this evening. I will say, again, these teams have struggled so far. But right now, it's so close. YKG and Nova at the top of the leaderboard, they have really soaked up all of the points. So any one game right now is an outlier for those bottom other teams. And, you know, 15 or so other teams, 14, literally can make the world a difference. So why don't we cut here? We'll send Neptura on your way till after the game, and we will get ready to take this thing to the battlegrounds. Neptura, thanks for being with us. And I am excited to get to our first round of action. Before we do that, I got to give a quick nod to Hot Jukes. I want to hear who you're predicting wins the whole thing tonight. Let's start with just an overall prediction. And you can't take the Young Kings because I'm going with the Kings, baby.
Well, then I got to go with Nova, without a doubt. I mean, I think this team has been really prepared this past offseason, and they're coming in the Titan series really hot. I like their play style overall. It's very concise. They obviously have the most synergy than a lot of these squads here, so I hope they tied up all the issues they had, and I hope they're going for that number 1 spot. But one thing we haven't talked about, PB, right, is like the fact that the door is open for the top teams to bully the teams at the bottom and make sure they don't make it, right? I mean, it's a possibility. We could possibly see it here.
100%. And Dave, before you're off, I would love to hear your thoughts. Is anybody but YKG or Nova, do they have a shot?
I'm going for the Golden Eagles. Today is do or die for this squad here, PB.
Love it, man. Well, hey, with that, Hot Jukes and I will hop in to our first match. Erangel is starting now. We've got the planes flying and Dauntless we are riding along with at the moment. Again, remember, Klaus and crew on Dauntless having some stellar games on Erangel so far during the qualifiers. We'll see if they can keep that up. My eyes in this first game have to be on our 15th ranked team right now, and that is the Golden Eagles. They have consistently gone out early around the 7 to 10 minute mark for most of the squad, and that early loot up phase has to be something that they are keying on. They've got to get beyond it. They've got to get that loot, Hot Jukes, and make sure they secure it without losing team members, because that's really, really hamstringing them early on in these games.
Yeah, I mean, what I want to see them is just come out strong here today, because I think there's a really big mental factor to PUBG Mobile competitive, or pretty much any competitive in general, but especially this game. You know, I want to see them come in strong and say, hey, we're going to do everything it takes to make sure we make it past that cutoff. And I don't want to see them be a squad with their head already down, thinking that they're already down and out, because if that's the case, then it's already over for them.
And like we mentioned in the lead up, it's not over for anybody. Yeah, it looks bad, but it always looks bad when you're on the outside looking in. You got to realize that literally one game, just one game tonight, along with maybe some semi-consistent play, may be enough to get you over that hump. So the team's kind of on the bottom of the standings right now. On the outside looking in, we're looking at the Chosen, the Golden Eagles, the Panthers, and Phoenix Esports. All of them are not far away. I would say everyone right now that is ranked 9th and below, so WALLSTREETBETS down, they've got to be concerned because they could get leapfrogged here. It's really anyone's game at this point, and it comes down to this final day of qualifiers.
100%. You're absolutely right. You look at that scoreboard, anybody can get it done here today. And I love the fact that, you know, we're going to see some teams from the challenger, you know, region to start coming up over here and face these squads coming up soon. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I just can't be hyped enough for that. But I guarantee you a lot of these squads don't want to have to face those guys. They want to already make it here in the top 4. And of course, those squads at the bottom got to get it done here today. We're looking at the Golden Eagles looking to head down over to military to loot up here. That's interesting.
I actually really like this strategy from them. As we mentioned before, the Golden Eagles have struggled every game so far with just getting out of the gate early, securing the loot, and ultimately just staying alive. And if you've noticed the popular drop spots from teams so far through the qualifier play, Military Base has been untouched in every game. Not a single team has gone to the Southern Island to loot up. And that's something that obviously the Golden Eagles have noticed here. And so they're going to be peeking around trying to figure out, hey, is this still empty? Is this loot for the taking? My personal favorite loot up on the whole map is Military Base. So I'm liking this play from them.
Hey, they did their homework. They did their homework, and we do see a squad that was pretty nearby to them, so hopefully they don't get gate kept, on the way in. But hey, you know what? The fact that they're able to mix it up here on the last day to really qualify, I think that's a really, really big green flag for me. It's green flag.
Green flags are good, man. You don't want those red flags,
Nope.
Jukesy. That's not what we're looking for here.
Not at all. Not in
Panthers.
any sense of life, PB. No red flags.
Absolutely. And under no context are the red flags a good flag.
That's correct.
Got some shots popping off early here. Some small arms fire here. Looks like between K19 and the Panthers. Illusion backing off here. Not looking to get into it early. These teams have generally been content to split Yasnaya in half and take the loot and ultimately rotate out without fighting. But who knows what is in store for us today as Nova Kindness getting on the board early, but Phoenix firing back with the knock. They perform a trade. Nova into the action early with a point.
Ooh.
They've got one down here.
That's Rushy down and out. And it looks like there is a little bit of a battle going between those two squads. We'll see how that goes. Kindness ends up getting thirsted as well, so that's going to be tough for them. So a little bit of a tough trade for both of those squads here. And yep, we are now moving on over to that fight. And it looks like this is pretty good mid-range battle. I think Caleb, he's way too far to get picked up. So it looks like Alf's going to get that nice smoke and heal onto Rushy. And it looks like it's going to be a 2v1 trade between these two squads.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have a third player back up and Nova potentially in a bit of a world of hurt here. But at the same time, Nova's got a lot of points to give. They're moving on. They're in. And no prize pool money is at stake right now. They're playing for bonus points at this point. And really, they're so far ahead in the standings that they're playing for a maximum swing here of about 2 bonus points. So in the grand scheme, this is a game of, 1 or 2 points oftentimes. But as far as today goes, Nova can afford to lose this matchup. Phoenix, on the other hand, they cannot. They are playing for their lives here. So it's great to see them get on the board early.
Looks like Nova's looking to get some of that revenge. QZ from long range back onto Rushy. And it looks like it's only a matter of time. Yep, he does get the knock. So the revenge thirst is completed. Nova's going to even it out there with Phoenix 2-2. But you know what, PB? I'm going to go back to your last point. I'm going to say you're wrong, okay? You're wrong. There's something big at stake here, PB. You know what that is?
Tell me.
It's that Twitter bio, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that Twitter
You
bio
can't forget that.
updated. First place Titan series,
That's a qualifiers, Jukes. I mean, I'm not trying to,
First place qualifiers,
discount the importance here, but who's putting qualifier champion in their bio on Twitter?
Hey.
I got to disagree with your disagreement, my friend.
Well, you know what? We'll see it. I guarantee you we'll see it. And when we do,
all right, well, hey,
I'm following.
Phoenix is on the board. They got 2 points early on. And again, they were tied for 12th. And that's going to put them over team mobility for the moment. So just that engagement, while they did lose 2 players, they're in for the moment. So we'll see how that wraps up as we turn our attention over here to execute. Wall Street Bets got an eye on them from distance here. Kubi choosing not to engage. I will point out, though, Wall Street Bets has had some really standout performers. Their team hasn't been able to put it together, but on the top of the stats, you guys can check all of this out over at titanseries.gg. The stats look really favorable for Wall Street Bets individually. So I'm really curious to see if they can pull things together as a team and really shoot up the leaderboards today. They're currently sitting in 9th to start things off, but I have a feeling they're destined for much higher than that.
Yeah, I like what they're doing right now. They're staying very active in that early mid game. They're going and hunting people down, trying to find some spots, and it looks like they do jump on to execute. I don't know if they hear Casper or realize where he is. I don't think they do. Yeah, he's going to come out with a shotgun right behind them. So Wall Street Bets getting okey doke from the back, but they do get that revenge knock onto Casper. This is a huge 3v3.
That was a huge knock because that enables them to focus all of their attention forward here to execute on the ridge. But that was an absolutely massive knock from Casper with the pump shotgun to start things off here. Caught them completely by surprise and ultimately keeps his team in the fight.
Yeah, the thing is that, you know, WALLSTREETBETS doesn't have a really good angle here for being on top. It's up to G-Woon here, 1v2. Can he get it done with the UMP? He's peeking. He's moving. It's over. So
just like that, WALLSTREETBETS eliminated. They instigated this fight. I actually thought that they made the right call here. They just didn't account for Casper lagging behind with that shotgun. It completely split their focus. It allowed them to lose their position. It really was a smart heads-up play from Execute to leave that man behind, leave him quiet. Ultimately, it pays dividends as they pick up the squad wipe.
Oh, and then here comes K19 with a third party. Oh, it's going to be on the SLR. A little bit quick. I thought that was him from the other side.
It looked like the same compound for a second, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it definitely did. But no, yeah, K19 piecing up another fight. This is in the blue zone all the way up in Yasnaya. Wow, so they're going to take out Super Lazy Reflex early on. But, you know, going back to that last fight, I think that, yeah, when it comes to Execute, I think they had just such a better position on the bottom of the hill that when WALLSTREETBETS came up and running, they couldn't really do anything. They were just getting out-peaked tremendously. So I do like the fact that they went for that push, but you know how to approach that push I think could use a little bit of work.
100%. Really, it just comes down to awareness and clearing buildings and whatnot before fully just chasing. And they did get caught with their pants down a little bit here. Look at this zone jukes. This is my favorite in circle on Erangel. If it keeps going this direction, this could be a lot of fun. And while there was no action at all during our first 2 weeks of play on the Southern Island, it's jam-packed here to start week number 3.
So jam-packed. I like the fact that we saw Golden Eagles head down here so early, and they have that total bottom ridge of military completely taken, so they don't have to worry about this rotation. They're set up pretty. They should have plenty of loot, so it's a really, really good sign for the Golden Eagles.
Really is. We got some hot and heavy action here going on early on in this one. Look at all the points already on the board. Woo. We are literally still in stage 2 and only 52 players remain. So 12 off the board so far. Execute leading the charge here. And it wasn't even a fight that they picked. They were just able to defend. And most impressively, Casper getting fully cut off from his team and being on that back line, able to stay in the fight. So Execute at full strength with momentum and the loot that WALLSTREETBETS brought to the party there. So Execute's got to be in a really good spot right now.
Oh, yeah. They are sitting pretty. Not to mention, of course, they got those 4 points already to their name. So they don't really have a lot to worry about. As long as they just continue what they've been doing, they should have this one, you know, pretty well off to start today.
Look at this. We got a little bit of a chase going on here. K19 just about to get dropped in on here by WUMAVI. We also have a fight, though. Execute into it again with team mobility. And it's starting to pop off.
Oh, yes, it is. Here comes
Casper. In case you missed it earlier, WALLSTREETBETS was eliminated. That has come in again. They are out in 16.
They are done and dusted. Fate trying to get these peaks off, trying to take out Blinky. He's that point position. And if he's able to get that knock, he's going to be able to give so much breathing room to his squad and just not able to get it done. So now the rest of Execute is just on their hind legs trying to make something happen.
Yeah, this is huge, absolutely massive for mobility because this is the team that started today tied for 12th, owning the tiebreaker and moving on, but they are likely going to finish this fight.
Yep.
Barring some insane play here, and just like that, Execute on their way out. But that means 4 points for mobility, and on top of that, they keep all of their players up, and they're going to collect the loot from Execute, which was the loot from WALLSTREETBETS, so mobility, they got to be sitting pretty at this point and got to be the team to beat now on that Southern Island.
Yep. I mean, they are in a very, very precarious position on the leaderboards, and that's going to definitely help out their whole mental game. Just saying, you know what? Yeah, we got a nice squad wipe. Those are some big points. Let's just keep it up. But, hey, a lot easier said than done. That's for sure.
Absolutely. We got the bridge in play now. We got MEZEXIS on the move, and it could get interesting here shortly as the Panthers looking their way across as well. Team after team. I haven't seen a bridge camp so far in Titan Series play. Some teams have been at the bridge to loot up, but we haven't seen that camp action happen just yet. Panthers driving over MEZEXIS here, and they know they're coming, so we've got a trap potentially set up.
Yeah, Quan definitely saw Apparato's vehicle go by. Wow, he actually risked it and sent it across regardless. I don't know what he was thinking there. He could have possibly even gone underneath one of those bridge rails there and got out with a buggy, but man, that is a...
I mean, It looks like he got the trade here. I mean, I got to say, I'm not a huge fan of the play from the Panthers, knowing how much they have at stake. You know, maybe they were just like, hey, let's send it. But at the same time, maybe he just saw it a little bit too late here. But they're going to try to get across. They've jumped down. Here comes the grenades. They're going to throw these into the smoke and see if they can connect. Remix has got to be in trouble here.
Wow.
Peralta goes down.
That was huge. That molly from Peralta is just a little bit off. And Nate's going to rain down another grenade. That one looks like it hurt too. Yeah, Remix said, forget it. I'm just going to have to back up off this one. And they're going to be eating a little bit more blue zone. They can, at least for a couple of more minutes here. But they definitely want to get this fight done sooner than later.
They really do. We've got grenades starting to pop off all the way around here. And check this. Into the action is Dope Esports. They will be looking to third-party this, and Dope is one of the teams that needs to collect some points. They're not currently in danger, but they are close to that line. Dope starting today in 10th, only 4 points ahead of the cutoff line. So Dope looking to pick up some great elims here to add to their total.
Yeah, the Panthers only go out with 1 point, so... Man, they're going to have to do something crazy in the last 3 games today if they want to make it past that cutoff. Not the start that they were hoping for by any means here, PB.
Not at all. MEZEXIS content to just clear out. Trick is still kind of lagging behind, but has been the entire time. Trick was on the underside of the bridge as all of these teams whiz by. Now I'm sitting here wondering, okay, who's the fourth party that's going to come into this?
Correct.
We had MEZEXIS, we had the Panthers, we had Dope Esports roll up, and now we're going to be seeing who else is coming across that bridge. But we turn our attention here to Chico. He's in a bad way right now, Jukes.
Woo, Dauntless shooting right at him, laying down. But, man, Chico quick with the shots back to try and buy some time. But, no, not going to do it for very long. Terran shuts him down.
There is no worse feeling in PUBG Mobile than being out in the middle of an open field and seeing 4 people looking back at you. It's like, okay, well, I can shimmy a little bit, but I'm going to get tagged eventually here.
Yeah, Chico just tried to make a quick play and wasn't able to get it done. So the crates over here by Novo, secured by Dauntless. And they're looking really good. Here comes WUMAVI on this side of the bridge. And I don't believe this one's gate kept by any means, so they shouldn't have a problem. But I do like the fact that they're leapfrogging little by little. Playing it very, very carefully. Oh, K19, this is on the other bridge. Man, so this was going to be that third party.
K19, the fourth party.
Yep, they were the one. They were the ones, but it looks like it's already been cleared out. So I think MEZEXIS and the rest of the teams just said, nah, we don't want any more of this. But K19 being extra safe, throwing down some smokes, and I can't blame them.
I can't blame him either, man. After seeing the carnage at this end of the bridge, they got to take this a bit carefully. Seems as though everyone has cleared out, but they are good to make their way across. Circle has shifted, and we are into stage 4 here. And it looks like it is on land at a minimum. So we're going to have an interesting kind of radio tower finish potentially on Erangel to start things off. This is always one of these really exciting zones, but it's all about position. And I'll tell you what, BOPE is sitting in a great one right now, and they need it.
Oh, they're all the way at the top of the mountain looking down on everybody. So as long as they're able to hold that position, they should be pretty high up on the leaderboards here. Can they get some eliminations, though? That's what they're going to be really looking for. I do not like the fact that Golden Eagles has not moved yet, but QZ is trying to find a spot, and looks like that Nova's going to take this dip right here as a duo.
QZ doing some tricks, man.
Like that?
See those car spins, like 360 barrel roll, getting it done.
And straight into a first aid.
Love to see it.
Looking good with that Panda backpack. Man, that Panda backpack's gonna have to get moving though.
We've had a bunch of teams already elimed already. This has been an interesting game so far, Jukes. A lot of action early on in this one, and curious to how it shakes out. You know, team mobility here that we're taking a peek at. They really need to come up big today, and so far, so good. They're sitting pretty good here. 3 members still alive, but already 4 points on the board.
Military circle, PB, every single time. Man, the shenanigans start early. It looks like the Chosen ended up getting a couple onto, I believe that was the Young Kings. So they go down to MEZEXIS, finally making it away from that western bridge. Oh, Phoenix right on their eye line, and Alf goes down. Shots on the WUMAVI now coming on in. Man, everyone's just trying to find a spot in the zone.
That's great play. That was a really nice job holding that area. I thought he was going to miss the car and going to get flanked there, but able to readjust at the very end. Trick still getting back into the action as well. Trick's been kind of off on his own, And I'm liking the action that he's throwing down as well. So good job to the Phoenix here as they're getting wiped. Hopefully they're trying to stay in it, but they're in trouble.
Oh,
One left.
yeah, now Trick is getting hurt here. I like the fact that MEZEXIS is still staying in the action, trying to steal away some of those points, even though they're only rocking a duo. So they're still making a lot of noise here. They're playing very, very separate and just trying to cover each other and find a way into this next circle. Look at Ulysses.
You know, that's the way to do it, though. I mean, with the points being what they are, getting the elims, if you can get those confirms, it's worth going for it, in my opinion. You're not going to win the game in all likelihood with this many teams left standing, so I'd take the elim points where you can, and I'm not at all opposed to the tactics that MEZEXIS are throwing down right now.
Can't blame them. Yeah, especially, you know, with the amount of points they're going to get, even if they do get like 4th place, 5th, it's way more worth it just to go and try and steal a thirst or something and get that extra point. WUMAVI are going to go get looted up here. They're going to take the southern side of the zone, keeping those vehicles at the ready. 15 seconds left on the clock to the zone shifts, PB, and it's going to be a spicy one. Classic.
It is. Here comes the fire starting to rain down from Dope Esports.
Oh,
They're getting the early knock on Fishy there. Not what WUMAVI was hoping for as he gets finished. But Dope Esports able to hold their zone. And check it out. The Circle has gone back to the compound on the road, and no one's in it. So that's got to be prime real estate. You can see MEZEXIS is starting to rotate around. They may make a play for one of these buildings.
yeah, I think they scouted this out beforehand and realized that it was open. So they're going to get a free spot into this location. But you got to know that some teams are going to be coming right towards them. So they got to make sure they prepare themselves really well. This is a huge one, especially for Dope. They're on top of the hill, and this is still in the next zone. So they are good. There goes Nova out. Still quite a few teams here as this zone starts tightening up on these squads. Look at BOPE up top, though. Can K19 get this? That's a headshot.
Nice shots. That was good shots from Legend there. Unable to get the finish, but I mean, full auto at that range. He's probably 250, 300 meters out below him. And still able to put the pressure on. What do you do if you're BOPE in this situation on the top of the hill?
Oh!
Ooh.
I think you had those,
that was unfortunate.
That was really tough. I think you had those vehicles ready to be able to send it off just in case. That might be the ticket for them. But for now, it's just about soaking up those elim points. Just try and take out as many people as you can.
Absolutely. I'm loving this 2nd anniversary, Dacia. I mean, come on. This is great. Nostalgia at its finest as we creep into the 5th anniversary. We're rocking a vehicle right now. This thing's an antique at this point in the game. So loving the style that Dauntless is rolling in.
I remember the day it came out, PB.
Me too, man. That glowing mask and the whole works. Woo-wee.
Woo-wee, indeed. I guarantee you that's the same thing that BOPE is about to say in the next few seconds once this... I'm sorry, yeah, BOPE, as soon as this next zone clears, and it looks like they are going to be in it. So never mind on the woo-wee. They don't have to move and muscle. They're just going to stay still right up here and keep just laying fire down on these squads. They got to be running out of ammo soon, though.
Come on, shoot the shots.
No, I think he's low. I mean, I think they've been shooting a ton of shots, so they're just trying to conserve him at this point.
Nah, man, you got to waste the entire ammo bag on that getaway. You got to dump everything that you got for the clips, for the lulls, man. You got to be posting that on Twitter, Jukes. You know what I'm saying?
I do, man. Especially if you get one of those tires out from that buggy. That's an easy finish right there. But look at
Spin them out.
Dope. Oh, my goodness. That is the best crate ever for them. It is giving them so much support. They're going to go ahead and blow up that vehicle right there and just buy some time. I think they're in this next circle, so they're going to be able to live for just a little bit longer. But look at K19, 6 eliminations already. And look at the Chosen, too. 5. That's big for them.
That is big indeed. Teams that absolutely need the points are picking them up. But you know what that means, Jukes, is they're all kind of picking them up together. So this could be an interesting scoreboard at the end of this game.
Oh, big time, especially for a squad like the Chosen, which was all the way at the bottom here. There goes Dope. Ooh, nice finish through the smoke. That one's going to feel good.
I got to say, Jukes, this circle is toxic.
Oh,
out
my
in the middle of the
gosh.
road. It's like a big fish bowl. Everybody's got to go sit in it, but there's no cover. I don't like it, man.
Oh.
These teams don't like it either.
You know what? K19 likes it. They are going to shoot everybody on their way in to this next zone with 0 cover. Toxicity at its finest.
This is pretty gross, I gotta say. But what I will also say is some of these teams are happy they're still in it. Look at this. Golden Eagle's still in, only 1 player, but he's hiding.
And even Nesquick all the way out here still having to stake it out because it's so ridiculous. Everybody has so many angles. Oh, Rise is gonna full send it the buggy. I think he goes down in 10 seconds.
Less. He actually. Oh,
5,
come on.
4,
Park it next to Steve.
3,
He's got no tire, bro.
1.
I was like, is he gonna actually succeed here? That's funny.
Right on time, baby. Right on time. Well, Steve-O was really just trying to hold down the spot. Yeah, good idea to go ahead and throw that smoke out there. Buy himself a little bit more time. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he needs that loot so bad. I'm sure he's desperate for smokes.
Oh, there's K19 Legend going down, trying to cross the road. Oh, and getting spotted up top of the hill, too. That's such a difficult spot to get to.
Mobility goes out, but hey, great first showing for them. They'll pick up some points here for their placement as well as some elims. So they finish with 6 here in our first game of the day. You got to love to see that, man. They definitely needed it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's got to help them out, too, to say, like, all right, we put some points on the board. That's feeling good, you know. Let's just continue it on up from here. The Chosen, oh, they're sitting pretty here in this compound. Don't got to move a muscle. But they got to be really careful, though, with these nades coming in.
They really do.
I thought Andrew was going down there.
They have to take advantage of this, Jukesy. They have to take advantage. This is what they needed. They needed this big first game performance. They were angling to try to get that chicken dinner today, and they're in great spot to do so. They got 3 up. That is the second most of all teams left, and they got the cover.
They're so far behind, though, that this isn't the only performance that they need. They need to really finish this one strong. Like, with the chicken dinner and some more eliminations and then a couple more games, they should have it in the bag here. Oh, look at that. Nesquick front flipping into the lobby.
He's going to front flip right back into that lobby indeed. Chosen picking up another elim there with Supig actually getting the frag for that. So that was great.
They got to leave this house, though, at some point. Like, they really got to start being more aggressive. But it's so hard because, I mean, no hacks, especially with that angle up top, is just striking so much fear into them. So I think the Chosen, with how they're currently playing so quiet, it just opens up the door for these other teams to just totally hard focus on them. And that's exactly what's happening.
I think they got to play for second here, to be honest with you. BOPE, they're not going to lose this game with this position that they had. At least they shouldn't. If they do, they're throwing. But K19 also has to move because of the zone, and I think Chosen needs to wait them out. Try to make sure that they take them out because they are going to get rained on. The interesting thing is they can't have a third party here because BOPE's their sight lines go over the top of K19 directly to the Chosen. So we'll see what happens here and how this plays out. But the Chosen probably going to get picked apart as they try to move.
Yeah, Supig, the second he crossed that wall, just instantly knocked. And now it's just Winter up, trying to go ahead and get his teammate rezzed. And yeah, he might be buying enough time for K19 here, as Ander does go down. So the Chosen have secured at least second place.
Huge.
Huge for them.
Huge. Way to get out of that
Christmas
house
miracle?
and get to that wall. It was... Oh. Can he get another frag here? Let's see.
No, Winter's done. Yeah.
No, he's done. Winter, though, with a clutch jump to the wall that gets him another placement point here. But BOPE getting out on top early, coming out with a strong Game 1 performance. They will pick up that winner chicken dinner. Scary looking skull on that platform there, Jukesy. That was an amazing first game. What did you think of the action in that one? We saw some banana stuff going down on the bridge, but give me your impressions of what went down in game number 1 here.
Man, you gotta love a military zone every single time we're playing competitive PUBG Mobile. So that hyped me up already. One thing that really kind of stands out to me is like the Golden Eagles. They had a great position to start things off. I want to see them utilize it a little bit better. Get more aggressive. Don't just hope that the zone comes to you. Hunt down some other teams, secure a good position, and just hold it down. But hey, you know what? The Chosen got some big points. Mobility, right? Put some points on the board. And we also saw, of course, BOPE put some big points on the board. So a great way to start this off. 3 more games to go, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to get to the scores here. That'll happen in just a little bit. We've got replays up first, but I'm just already wheels churning about, okay, we took a peek at the standings to start things off today, and it could look entirely different at this point. Like already after just one game, it's that close again with YKG and Nova soaking up so many of the points through the first 2 weeks. Week 3, really is about everyone else. So I'm super excited to check that out. But first, let's go check out the action from game number 1. Nova, as we talked about, getting caught early. We got Phoenix Esports there getting the jump on them, and Nova getting picked early. We saw the Wall Street Bets as well jumping into the fight with Execute, and Casper with the pump shotgun lagging behind. This threw off Wall Street Bets. You can see Ji-Woon getting it done, but ultimately it cost him position here and also cost him the fight.
Big time. Yeah, they tried to get this fight early on. I love the fact that they decided to even go for it, but how they approached this spot was the problem. If they would have gone in a little bit of a circle and tried to come down upwards, I think they could have taken him out, but just didn't happen.
Tough stuff for them. SLR, one of the teams needing a substantial amount of points to stake their claim and punch their ticket to the finals. Eliminated early, so that's going to be a team to watch as the night moves on. But one of the other teams here, Team Mobility, winning a fight against Execute later on and staking their claim as, you know, we want to go to these Premier Finals, and we think that we've got the team to do it. MEZEXIS, though, also, I like this team's play. They lost some people at that bridge fight, just too many teams piling up on them, not able to escape with a full squad, but I love that they still played aggressively here, and Trick finishing up with 2-piece right here, and you love to see that. So still keeping that aggression tuned in throughout the game.
Oh, yeah. You saw 24K there was laid down on that hill, and he was just shooting the dirt. If he would have been kneeling, it would have been an easy clap for him, but just didn't end up working out for him. Golden Eagles tried to move in from their position on this next zone and just couldn't make it.
It's tough, man. When you bury your barrel of your weapon in the dirt and just start pulling the trigger, oftentimes it makes it difficult to connect with the target. Just
it does.
Pointing that out.
You hate to see it here. You hate to see it, but hey, you know what? It happens to the best of us. Sometimes you just got to stand up.
I love this play from Winner, though, getting to that wall. That was so clutch. Unfortunately, not able to pick off any more elims, but it got his team up in the rankings just a little bit more. They secured the second place, K19 going out in third, and I really, really appreciated, the heads-up play from the Chosen there. They got their compound later on, which was great. They were hoping to lock that down. They got the position that they wanted, but BOPE Esports up on the hill, man, what are you going to do when you've got like people on a mountainside with angles shooting down and you've got absolutely nothing to be able to say about it, you know?
Yeah, and it was so tough for them too, because, you know, the Chosen, when they were in that building, you know, you could ask, why didn't they go and just like to jump out, take that hill and get aggressive a little bit earlier on? But they were so worried with K19 and these other squads, they just couldn't make that move.
They couldn't. We've got ourselves an analyst to bring to the set. We've got Neptura to bring back on. Let's talk to Neptura here. What did you think of game number 1? It was crazy action, lots of fights going on early. We were hoping to see some of that aggression from some of these teams, but what stood out to you in game number 1?
Honestly, I saw some stuff right at the very end there, particularly K19, right? They had such a great entry into those final few zones that was really, really nice, and they really used a really good position to maximize the amount of angles they had and therefore control of the rest of the circle. The only thing I would have liked to see from K19 a little bit more was going to be, they were just a little bit too hesitant. They were so focused on those angles up on the hillside that in the end they were so focused on that they didn't use that time to actually push into the next zone as well. So it felt like they got a little caught out coming across that road. They allowed the Chosen to come in, get that angle on them, and all that sort of stuff. So I think K19 actually hurt themselves a little bit by being a little bit tunnel visioned onto those other angles coming in. But overall, K19 played that very well. They got that third place, and BOPE coming in from the top of those high ground areas up there, from really good work. And special shout out to that end zone cover coming in. You know, they had that one on the off angle, taken down the Chosen. K19 could have easily gone and gotten that knock, but his teammates were covering for him. So some really nice teamwork coming in for them as well, PB.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to kind of see what shakes down here shortly in the standings, because we got some teams that were eliminated. Super lazy reflex, for example, going out early on in that fight. But we saw some teams right around them with like Phoenix, and we saw Team Mobility picking up the pace there. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some leapfrog action here in the standings. But again, my eyes are literally on the Chosen, and they are on let's see, the Golden Eagles. Those are the two that I'm looking at because they were so far behind, but I think they can still make it up here on day 3 here. I really do. So why don't we take a peek at the standings, see what the lay of the land looks like. And here we have our top 8 here for the match. It is BOPE in first place, picking up that chicken dinner, adding 20 points to score. And the big story here for me is the Chosen. They picked up 12 and closed the gap substantially. Jukes, what are you thinking after seeing this top 8?
Oh, man, that is huge for the Chosen. You know, they got to be so pumped after that one. I mean, they still need quite a lot of bit. If I do my math right, hopefully we'll see that here shortly. But when it comes to the Chosen, they started off perfectly, just a little bit more, and they should be able to get it done.
They're within striking distance now, am I right? You know what I'm saying? So, Neptura, this is the interesting part, 9 through 16. Tell me what you see looking at the bottom here.
No, it's I'm just having a little look-see at this. I mean, super lazy reflex. They're gonna have if I was them, honestly, I would be panicking ever so slightly here, just because you've only got 3 more games. Those are 0 points going your way, and you're in such a really crucial position going into that top 12 sort of area. I'm really hopeful still. They still got, 3 games. It's a lot of time to actually get all that done, but I'd be panicking just a little bit here.
I'm excited to see it. We're going to be checking out the overall standings here shortly. Again, Neptura, thank you so much for the breakdown. Let's throw it to the overall standings and check what we've got going on, because this is where it stands right now. And as expected, Super Lazy Reflex has been leapfrogged, and also the Chosen moving on up. They're still in the bottom 4 right now, and as you can see, these are not eliminations. They just would have to play through the Challenger Finals in order to qualify for Premier. But as we saw that 9 through 16th, Jukes, we saw a few teams in the bottom half that ultimately it doesn't really matter that much if they're there. We're talking about the Young Kings, we're talking about Nova, we're talking about Execute. Those were kind of inconsequential. It's really about the teams that were on the bottom half of the standings that were climbing their way up, and the gap is closed. The Chosen only out of 12th by 9 points now.
This is so close. I mean, yeah, the Chosen, if they just have one more good game like they just did, they're good. Literally, I think they're going to be set up. Problem is, they got, a couple big maps up ahead. They still got to deal with, the deadly Sanhok. But hopefully they can just get it together with that confidence and use the momentum to their advantage.
All right. Well, I want to bring Dave back in. Let's get to Mustache Dave. I want to get his take as well on game number 1. We got Erangel, Dave. Action-packed, as we saw. We saw the standings. We saw some of the shifts that have gone down. Anything catching your eye? What do you make of kind of like the 12th place breakdown? What do you make of like Super Lazy Reflex in 13th? Do you think they're going to have what it takes to kind of claw their way back into it?
I sure hope so. I know this team in particular, they're trying out some new strategies today, but it's do or die. Top 12 is going to be the goal. And, PB, you're asking me which teams I'm kind of sad to see after game number 1 perform. The Golden Eagles, I was rooting for them. I'm still rooting for them. But now, after last game, not the hottest of performances here, PB.
That's very true, Dave. We did see Rise make it into kind of later game action, but without a supporting squad there. Couldn't really do much, able to get gunned down in the street there by Steve-O from WUMAVI, but hey, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and get ready to send it to our next game. We'll say goodbye to Neptura until after the game, and also I will be taking a quick break because Hot Jukes and Mustache Dave will be bringing you the action again. This is Week 3, Premier Division Titan Series Qualifiers. Today's the day, ladies and gents. We got to get into that top 12, qualify for those Premier Finals that are going down next week. If you guys have not followed the Titan series on social media just yet, definitely do that so we can make sure we get you the latest and greatest updates. And I will be taking off from here. Anyways, Neptura, thanks, Dave Mustache. Dave Mustache? Yeah, Dave Mustache and Jukes Hot. Take it away.
Yep.
Hey.
We have taken it away here, baby. Thank you so much, dude, to the man, the myth, the legend, Power Big Gaming for him and the rest of the AMG team putting this on the Titan series, Dave. We are here, brother.
Yeah.
3 more games left to go, Dave, right? You saw game number 1, right? You are the king of momentum. You've written the book on momentum, okay,
Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah.
Right? Which team has the most right now?
You know, I want to really focus on these bottom teams today who really need to do or die to qualify. You know, like that's going to be my theme today. You know, the do or die, the team is trying to qualify on the cusp, you know, top 12. But I want to say the Chosen, right? But at the same time, yeah, they had good placement points, Hot Jukes, but they didn't really get enough elim points to go with it. So they're still kind of on the struggle bus here coming into this next match.
Yeah, the struggle bus is definitely there for them. What kind of kills me is like, yeah, they did finally put up a good performance at points. And the thing is that when you're so far behind, you just have to kind of make that decision. You know, you're like, hey, do we just do whatever it takes to get some points on the board, right? So let's just play a little bit more passive and try to get these secure points. But at the same time, they're so far behind, they need to get those elims, right? They need to pop off, and they couldn't do it. So, hey, regardless, they did something rather than nothing, but they still got a lot more something left to go here, Dave. And we're about to go into Miramar.
Miramar. I do like that. They did something instead of nothing. That I think that's going to be one of the biggest takeaways here today for these bottom teams because, like PB said, super lazy reflex. They did nothing, right? And they got bumped down on the overall leaderboards. I believe they came into today 11th. Now they're in 13th. So, you know, you can't be on the cusp and do nothing. You got to do something, like Hot Jukes would say, because something is better than nothing.
And that is a fact, Rooney. Let's go ahead and get this next match underway as we're heading on over into the desert, baby. One of my favorite maps to watch and cast on. Dave, any surprises you think we're going to see here in the Miramar?
Honestly, you kind of touched on it in game number 1 very early on, but these top 4 teams, we're looking at Young Kings, Nova Esports, Execute, even BOPE. They can do whatever they want, Hot Jukes. They can do whatever they want today. I'm pretty confident that with their current points on the overall leaderboard, they're going to qualify. You know, they're going to be top 12 regardless of what happens in these next 3 games. So with that in mind, they could drop on their enemies. Say their enemies in 12th. Say their enemies in 13th position. Say there's a team that they just hate clashing with on rotations, drop spots. They could decide if they qualify or not here today. So they have a lot of power in their hands here today, Hot Jukes.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. The power, the pressure is on. Here we go into match number 2 of the Titan Series Premier Division. The last day to qualify. I love this format, honestly. I love the Titan Series format. The fact that the bottom 4 aren't gone forever, right? They're just regulated down to have to face the challengers to see if they can make it into the Premier Division. So they have one more chance, right? But you don't want to put yourself in that position. You don't want to have to deal with none of that.
You want to be big chilling. You know, you want to be big chilling. So, but the thing is, you have the opportunity though. Say you have a couple bad games, couple bad days, you can still bounce back. Like kind of adding to your point, that's one of the beauties of this the structure of the Titan Series, as the slogan would say, forged in fire. Hot Jukes.
Forged in fire, baby.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. Here we go. The map has started. Nice and simple playing path finally here in Miramar. Not a toxic one like we've seen so many times before. So nothing should be unexpected for these squads. They should be able to go to their spots nice and safely. And here we go. Are we going to see anybody land on each other going for vehicles, though? That's the question.
Yeah, last week, Miramar was pretty spicy. We had, I believe Picado was contested by not 1, but 2 or 3 different teams. Looks like right now it's going to be WALLSTREETBETS and BOPE clashing it out really early on. But you know what? This is going to be a good opportunity for one of these teams to recognize that, hey, we could probably third party this. And I'm looking at those teams that are looking for those elim points here, Hot Juke. So I'm looking. I don't see anybody near them for the time being. The closest team that might get involved when we're looking at that third-party action is going to be Team Mobility. And I'm pointing it out because they're in 11th position, so they could definitely use these points.
Oh, yes, indeed. They definitely can. It looks like we're already seeing these 2 squads face each other early on, as predicted. No surprises here. But can BOPE be able to help out? I think they're not. I think they're just going to go ahead and just let Trip just go back to the lobby on this one. Because here comes Kubi.
What was it? Week 1 was the shotgun meta. Week 2 was the grenade/BM meta.
That's correct.
What's gonna be the theme here today? What has been the theme so far? I don't think we have one quite yet. Still pretty early on in the night.
Well, the chosen meta, maybe?
They have to do something in this game, and then I would say, yeah, for sure, the chosen meta.
I like it.
As we look at execute, I want to point out real quick, talking to Casper said, Dave, MVP, me today.
What?
Me today. I don't know if that's what I saw in game number 1. Oh, and they just get taken down right there as well behind the tree. Man, am I jinxing them? I hope not. This is K19 they're up against.
Yeah, they can go at this knock on to Illusion. They should be able to get this res, and they'll be okay. But I think it's really up to Jason here if he's going to go ahead and try to catch an angle. But I think he's too scared, Dave. I think he's too scared.
Scared. We've seen Jason make some plays, make some moves in the past in these.
Juancho can't play from this. No, Juancho, don't do it. Find another angle, brother. Find another angle.
I think Juancho's trying to get the attention, honestly. So Jason has the room to make a play, and it looks like the play is going to be popping in that bus, doubling back to the teammates, getting the revives. I like this, Jukes. I like this more than being ultra aggressive, trying to take out that player. I like the teamwork here, making sure everybody could continue to survive.
But here comes BOPE on the Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets getting into that action early on and getting punished for it, as BOPE are slowly and surely setting their names as the kings of pecado. But wait, here comes D. He knows he has to push. He goes for the res. So they're going to go ahead and go for a full reset here. This is very, very risky. BOPE is already down, though. One player, I think we're going to have to see him full send it onto Wall Street Bets. And he's trying to. He's got the M249, but he's so hesitant.
2v2. Ooh, look at the shotgun. I see a grenade getting primed and cooked and tossed out there in the distance as well. Here comes the final push on Jukes.
The jump shot. Not strong enough. Trying to go for the toes. It's Jer. Kubi with the TBS. Oh, he's dangerous. Oh, he's dangerous. He's shimmying. He's going left. You're going right. Going left again. More right. Staring into the face of long range. Backs it up. Backs it up, Dave. Backs it up.
All they have for utility is a smoke, by the way. Just pointing that out. So no mollies, no grenades, just a smoke and a shotgun. Now in this
and a dream
2v1 situation.
And a dream. Don't forget about the dream, Dave. But it's looking more like a nightmare for Kobe right now.
Just look at the stats real quick, because you know stats, Dave, and all. TitanSeries.gg. Wall Street Bets, they're at the top, Jukes, when it comes to damage per game. And that stands out to me because they're, 10th place overall? Currently, no chicken dinners so far. So just the fact that they're in 10th place, but still going to be at the top of that stat, that's impressive. That to me tells me they get involved a lot. Yeah. They get into a lot of fights.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're going for that aggression. It's just how they execute that aggression. I think this needs a little bit more polishing. But hey, you know what? What a better place to do it than, right? To be able to put them stats off, get some of that good work in. It's going to be right here, right now. Here's a little bit of a replay of what happened earlier, but Kubi's got that DBS and just trying to hope to bait them up here, as he's going to go ahead and throw some smokes. He knows he's got the advantage when it comes to weapons in CQC. So he's trying to make a play, but I don't think that this team is dumb enough to just push him like that.
You say some, you mean one. Throw the smoke.
Oh, that is true.
That was the smoke. No bandages, no heals, nothing. Still the dream in the shotgun.
One and only smoke.
Still the dream in the shotgun. But I did like your call back there with this is the place, to practice these team fights, to get good, as some would say.
Good.
Develop that synergy, that team communication, the comms in these heated moments here.
Oh no. Okay, he's got 8 shells left, and he's busted them all down. I don't think he can reload. So I think he's only got 6. Oh, he got one. Here he goes. Oh my goodness! That was so sketchy from BOPE. Like, that was a Sketchosaurus Rex if that was a dinosaur. I'm not gonna lie.
What was that about? Like, why?
Dude, they both pushed to 1-on-1 with the DBS. That is Risky business. If it's any kind of movie, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
But hey,
we
it
were
worked.
just kind of talking about Wall Street bets and developing team comms, practicing that synergy. That right there for BOPE tells me that those comms aren't completely there, because if they were, they would have pushed as a unit, you know, from both angles at the same time to eliminate the risk of losing one of their teammates to a thirst right there, Hot Jukes. But like you said, they kind of came in one at a time right there.
That was risky. I mean, they rolled the dice big time. Luckily, they came up with, you know, a nice little nat 20. So that was beautiful for them. But man, that does not happen every single time. So hopefully something they look back on and try to get that timing a little bit more polished.
Yeah.
Here goes Nova between the Chosen. The Chosen have to survive here, Dave. The top facing the bottom. I talked about this earlier.
Yeah, two arch rivals as well, just from other tournaments. So let's see Nova trying to put a stop to the momentum from Chosen and their placement points in game number 1. As Stellar going for that spray down with that UMP, cooking a grenade, going to be tossing it through those smokes right there. But I believe Kindness is going to be behind the wall, not connected right there.
Connection denied. Stellar, try to go with the pre-fire. Not gonna do it. Chosen trying to make some plays. Oh, the DBS. That stung. That hurt.
From the side.
Getting hit from the side. Not good with the DBS. Oh, what? Can the Chosen? They're still making some very, very sneaky plays here, but Winter finally goes down. Stellar's 1 HP. It's not looking good for the Chosen.
And this goes back to what we were kind of alluding to in the pre-show. The top teams, they have a lot of power here today, Hot Jukes, because they can really dictate who makes it into that top 12.
Oh, Stellar's GG'd. He really needed his teammate on the other side covering him. But regardless, yeah, after that knock, Stellar, it's been fun. See you later.
No chance. No chance. So they had one good game, one bad game, right? Because 13th position, 0 placement points. So the goose egg. So momentum, I want to say it's still there. 2 more games to go, still there. But they're going to have to do something big here, Hot Jukes. And when I say big, I'm talking chicken dinner time, man.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It is without a doubt chicken dinner time, if I've ever seen it before, for the Chosen. And honestly, it may have to be a Sanhok chicken dinner.
Ooh, even harder to accomplish.
Even harder. Because I don't know. I don't know if I could put my money on the last game, especially with this being the last one here for this particular opener. You know?
Yeah.
We always see shenanigans on the last game, Dave. We always see them.
Yeah, definitely. Next game, I think, has to be the game for the Chosen to try to accomplish something. This one definitely going to hurt them big time here. But looking at the leaderboards,
Do you think that was on purpose?
From Nova, for sure.
Oh,
100%. These teams have been going at it for a hot minute, Hot Jukes.
that's true.
Like I said, hot minute, Hot Jukes.
It's been hot.
They
And the minutes.
despise each other. I know that for a fact.
Man, dude, no love. No love, Nova.
No love. So you know who's
love.
going to be looking at the kill tracker in game, Golden Eagles. They're
That's
smiling.
true.
They're
That's true.
smiling after that because now they have a chance to come back. You're looking at the Panthers, the Golden Eagles, and even Super Lazy Reflex.
But look at these 2 teams right now. Look who's looking at who.
Yeah, the Panthers.
Versus Golden Eagles.
That's what I'm saying. The 2 bottom teams who are both smiling after watching the Chosen get taken out. Now they're in a heated conflict themselves.
Smiling, but not for long.
That's a big fight. That's 14th and 16th up against each other here.
This would be huge. This would be huge.
I'm kind of favoring the Panthers' position, though, because they have a lot more room, a lot more terrain to work with, in my opinion, to try to get these angles, because the Golden Eagles, they're pinned down. They're in a warehouse. Nowhere to go.
There comes the shots. Yeah, here comes the shots. Beowulf really feeling it, and yeah, they are full sending it. They know what's at stake here. They do not want to be in this position at all. So yeah, they are just going to say, see ya, we're out of here.
Their only option, honestly, because the Panthers were getting a nice little wraparound right there.
Not
About
good.
to pinch them down. in that warehouse. So this is going to be interesting. Will the Panthers chase, though? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Will they chase? I think they have to. I think they have to. With only having, what, 31 total points? They know for a fact there's a couple points right ahead of them. You can't afford to be passive here and not make moves, Hot Jukes.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely cannot afford to be passive by any means. So, got to turn up the aggression. Got to get it done. And you got to start right now. You got to look for those early eliminations. So I hope these teams did some of that homework and are catching some of this rotational pathing and are able to camp one out and try to take out a team early. Car 98 action. Can we see it? We saw one earlier. I know I missed it. I was so sad to see one missed in the kill feed, but I want to see a snipe. PV. I want to see the one snipe here, Dave. One.
That's your weapon. Yeah, that's your weapon, man. That right there.
The bolt action, man.
Special.
It's my favorite.
That's
my favorite.
Special.
It's my favorite to see. It's the hardest to catch, though, on stream. Because it's so fast. So quick.
Ooh, talking about so fast, so quick. Baby Thang out here from the Golden Eagles trying to get a nice little spray down with the M4 on Nova Esports. Missing a couple shots. Going to be poking the bear. But this is going to be right there on the edge. You're also going to have Execute. You're going to have the Panthers. You're going to have BOPE and K19 also making their way on into the new zone in this general area. So the Golden Eagles will have a nice opportunity to possibly gatekeep a couple squads, but they're definitely going to have their heads on a swivel here, Hot Jukes.
Ooh, gonna have to swivel it up. And they definitely are. They got to keep a close eye on all these teams that are coming for them. They got to get this fight done quick. Every single time you stand a fight like this, you got to know that you open the door for that third party. We haven't seen a whole bunch of them just yet, but I guarantee you we're about to. As we see Kovsky going up against Dope. This is such a tough angle to hold. If he looks at it for just a little too long, he's going down. But look, he's got the angle there onto Nesquick. Very tight peaks. He gets headshot, but gets the knock done. Oh, and they're going to get the thirst. Just shoot. Just shoot, Bray. Just shoot in the direction. Shoot. Cover fire.
A little deserved there, in my opinion, because why are we going for the vehicles? Like, are these tires worth?
Wow.
You know, I don't think so.
I'm so surprised that Bray didn't even just shoot there. Sometimes it works. Just shoot in that general direction and make those players just scared to peek. And you're able to get your player up. But if you don't shoot one shot, they're going to be just hard scoping, looking to get that knock and thirst. Interesting.
Yeah. It happens, man.
It does.
Happens as things slow down just a little bit. Next circle does pop, so Dauntless will have to make a move. They already got a teammate within the new circle as a position. But they're going to have to be cautious because you know who's going to be mad.
Oh, yeah.
You know who's going to be mad.
Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, you know what this is going to be really good, though, for? Golden Eagles.
Okay.
They are big chillin', but is it a good thing, the fact that they're running up on Nova? That's the question.
The thing is, Hot Jukes, like, they're big chillin', but can they be big chillin'? You know what I'm saying? Because they're dead last on the overall boards. They need points desperately. Sure, a chicken dinner is good and all, but a chicken dinner is only 10 points. Like, with 10 points, that'll make them have 32. They're still not even going to be in the top 12. So, if you're the Golden Eagles, if you're cheering for them right now, you are very happy that they get the zone, but we got to start seeing their names in the kill feed.
Yes, indeed. Oh, the Young Kings get some eliminations, and that's super lazy reflex, Dave.
Another team.
The
coming
Chosen
into today.
gone?
Yep.
Wow.
Another team coming into today, looking to swap some things up, switch it up, and try some new plays, new strategies.
Well, the strategy they've been doing for the results has been pretty consistent, you know? So they got to change them up.
Consistent, but not in a good way.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Bad.
Bad.
So they need that good consistent right here. And the Panthers are looking to get the same thing going on as Zuko from long range with that 3x hope. Trying to get the scope out, but his teammates are saying, no, wait for me, buddy. Wait. Take your time. Oh, Jason. Was this the shot? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Casper
K19
was occupied. Yeah. they were occupied with K19. Meanwhile, getting third party. So Casper, last one alive for execute as they looked across the road, ump in hand. But they have like at least 3 Panthers looking in their direction, trying to take them out.
That's a lot of Panthers.
A lot. One is bad, but 3.
3?
Man.
Whoa.
I don't even know what you're supposed to do. Honestly.
That's a whole pack of Panthers. Oh,
Ooh.
the DBS to Robert. GG. That's gotta hurt. MEZEXIS had a great spot in the last one, but just couldn't get into that last zone. There it goes. Execute. Dude, the Young Kings are crushing it this game. 8 elims so far?
This game, Young Kings have been crushing the Titan series.
That's true. That's true. That's a good consistent. Young Kings are to look at when it comes to good consistency. Oh, Peralta just got pieced up and said, see ya, I'm out of here. Didn't even want to challenge that. He's going to wait for his teammates to come help him out. Here comes Joey.
Yep.
One of the other Kings.
Up
on top.
Up.
Are they going to eat some nades, though?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Close one.
Real
BOPE
close.
has been really impressive today. I know game 1, winner at chicken dinner. They're down to just a duo, but 5 elim points here this game, and they're not scared. They're not slowing down anytime soon. They're looking to get involved. They do get the next play zone. They are going to need to keep out the Young Kings. Still 4 up. It's going to be a big challenge here, Hot Jukes.
Oh, absolutely. And BOPE has, in fact, been putting in that work.
Yeah.
We have seen it consistently here. I mean, regardless of how that last zone, being gifted or not, they really did make sure they got it done, which is something you want to be able to see from a squad like how they've been performing so far. Only 2 players left in this one, but they're still staying aggressive, looking to possibly add a couple more points to that total. K19 really stuck out in the open here. They're in a tough spot.
Uh-oh. Replay.
Casper.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
Reload.
Yeah, missing it. Missing Legend out
Laid
there.
out.
Hitting the dirt in the smokes.
And dead.
Getting chunked down just a little bit, but I believe the zone was the one to do them in.
Yeah.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Oh, it's the worst. When
Right?
you shoot them to 1 HP
And
and
the
the zone, just toxically steals it away from you. Nothing worse in the world.
Yeah. Fortunate that was K19 taking those shots. 5th place overall, so they're not going to lose any sleep over that 1 point. But or if that was the Eagles or the Panthers, you're losing sleep. That 1 point is what you need here.
100%. 100%. Only 1 point to go. Can they continue to get those points? Can they steal some away here as the Panthers are up on top? They have a nice position here on the south side.
Yeah.
If they're able to just work together, they need to start getting really aggressive and letting everybody know where they are and just dominate the field right now.
I really love how the Panthers have been really active this Miramar match. The thing is, only 1 elim point here, Hot Jukes.
It's not enough. That is not enough for the Panthers. I don't know what's going on with them. They've been kind of playing off a little iffy so far, a little hesitant. Hopefully, here come the Young Kings.
Yeah, and
Hadzada
just unfortunate
stands up.
for the Panthers. They're going to be right next to Young Kings. First place team in the lobby.
Hadzada against Fierce. Fierce shuts them down. Another points to the Young Kings total. 10.
Kings.
Man, they are dominating this whole series here. Feeling
So
good.
Wow.
We
Joey
got Joey the legend, best player in the game.
taking out Nate right there. Nate peeking their head just a little too far away from their Panthers.
Big Nate, I love
Squad.
you. Got to watch out for Joey, though.
Yeah. Unfortunate right there. Panthers, though, 2 elim points. Yeah, they are slowly crawling up the overall leaderboards.
Here we go. Kindness. Wow. Putting on some work under Dauntless. So Nova and the Young Kings up on top of the leaderboards. Dave, could you guess it?
Yeah.
You could have guessed it.
And this hurts for the bottom teams, right? Because, it's cool, to see these top teams being so consistent, but they're just taking points away from those squads who desperately need it here tonight, Hot Jukes.
Yeah, the Panthers especially. Poor Nate goes down. So that leaves 3 up for the rest of the Panthers. They got to be able to make something happen. Golden Eagles are still alive here, breathing.
4 up. Yeah, 4
With
up.
4
This
up.
is huge. This is huge.
They got to make a play here.
Golden Eagles, an interesting one to look at as well, because I know they have changed up their roles here tonight, you know, kind of a trial and error night. They mentioned to me swapping up the IGL, you know, the anchor role. So it seems to be working out so far in game number 2, as it looks like they're setting up for that late game. But look at this, Hot Jukes. The Panthers going to be pushing the compound of the Golden Eagles.
Here comes that big push, baby. Can they get it done? Beowulf with the pre-nade. Ooh, comes in a little too far. Lets him live for a little moment longer. Here goes another. Can he get the timing down?
Just going over the head.
Couldn't do it. Now Quan is just beat up here. So the Panthers are trying to crest this building and put that pressure down. Oh, ooh. Beowulf gets the finish on the Quan. That's big. And now Zuko is going to have to eat some nades.
Yeah, Zuko's getting chunked down. Does have some meds to work with. Quan trying to crawl their way back to Zuko to get that pickup. The Golden Eagles, though, they have to be pushing this, Hot Jukes. I don't know if this is the play, staying within that compound right now.
I agree.
Being passive like this.
I agree. It's going to be really tough. But, I mean, hey, this is what happens when you're at the bottom of the leaderboards, you know? You tend to always play a little bit more conservative than you normally would, which makes you in a bad spot a lot of the times, or it takes away a game that could have been first place and brings it all the way down to, like, 5th. Golden Eagles got to make the right decision here.
Yeah, now you got Nova Esports, third party in this engagement. This is just worst case scenario right here. Look at Nova and just how much terrain they're taking up, by the way. Woo. They are just dominating the high ground of this west side of the zone.
This is what I'm talking about. When you play so aggressive, even with only 3 players, you make it to the point to where other teams are even scared to peek you, and you're able to just dominate so much land. Quan making a jump up, trying to make some plays here. Switch to FPP. Beautiful shots. Able to get the finish and the thirst. Quan almost going for a little bit of a pre-fire there. This window is a little too close for comfort. He's gonna pop that first aid and gonna start heading up that door. Can he get it done though against the Golden Eagles? That's gonna be tough.
Looks like the Panthers were taken out, so Golden Eagles still 2 up. Jukes 4 limb points says we are going to be looking at Nova Esports. The 2-2 split on the high ground, dominating both the north and the south of the final play zone. 14 limb points though for the Young Kings.
Whoa, Joey. If he gets this first aid off, I'll tell you what, Nova better be careful. No, can't get it done. Nova eliminate the Young Kings with a ton of eliminations under their belts, and now it's just the Golden Eagles, the two little eaglets in their egg.
1 eaglet now.
Got to be real careful here. He's squawking. He's saying, "Help, help, please, Papa, not like this." Done.
Second place. So that's 6 points though. 6 points. They definitely need, Hot Jukes, but the winner chicken dinner going over to Nova Esports.
Woo-wee. Man, we also saw, of course, the Young Kings step up, dominate the field like we've seen them so many times before. You'll love to see that. But man, you know, Golden Eagles, they got to be feeling okay. They got to be feeling okay. You know, I think they're going to be questioning themselves, but you know what? They needed a game like this under their belt, period, right? Just to put some points on the board and say, you know what? It can be done. It can be done. So hopefully that kind of gives them that little bit of a, you know, turn of the key to get it on done. But you know what, Dave? I think we got to, of course, talk to the legend that is Neptura, our analyst, to see what she thinks here about game number 2. Neptura, I know you've been watching. What's really stood out to you here on this Miramar?
Okay, so a couple of things, right? So, okay. Okay, first of all, I want to say to the Panthers, honestly, that initial push coming in to the Golden Falcon. Golden, right.
Yes.
Yes.
They were the Falcons that game, right? Because they didn't get first place, right? Hopefully they'll become Eagles here. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Yes, tying that in perfectly. That initial push, I think we're going to see it a little bit later on. That initial push was just way too slow, right? You had them kind of having this kind of nade off on one side, and I know that's kind of the angle that the Panthers were able to have because the Young Kings were on their side, but the Young Kings were just on that side of the zone. They really didn't have a direct angle on them like that. So I would have loved to see the Panthers kind of swarm form a little bit more, right? Come in on a different angle, get that front and side angles going, really start to use some momentum, push, but they just kind of moseyed up to that ridge and went, I think I have a few spare nades, and then went, oh, those didn't really work. What should we do now? You know, it was this kind of really slow, and especially when you compare that to Nova's push onto the Eagles, right? The push, you had one coming in from you had 3 coming in from the back, 1 wrapping around to the front of that building, coming in, nades, push, momentum. The Eagles had they couldn't do a thing, right? So it's that comparison that I think the Panthers actually look at that specifically and just go, listen, this is what this is something we need to work on a little bit. Look at what BOPE was looking at. He was looking at the buggy and not at fears. Right, here we go. We got this other one as well. He was looking, oh, never mind. He was actually looking at Chico there a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Trying to get that thirst on Chico. Not even looking at the buggy, but it's something I wanted anyway. Just in that, you know, these tiny little mind games, you know, moving out of the vehicle as long as it's not you don't damage yourself, but getting at that vehicle, sending that vehicle forward, being behind it, you know, use a little bit of distraction coming in there. Use your vehicle as distraction if you want to, you know, get those mind games going. But yeah, the Panthers coming in here. Quan at the end, he was looking really good there, doing stuff, but at that point, the rest of his team was just gone, and it was late there.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get it done. That's so tough. I mean, I think that you're totally right when it comes to the Panthers. You know, if they would have played a little bit more aggressive and secured that spot, I think they would have been here. But you could just see a little bit of hesitancy, and it could be just where they're at on the leaderboards. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's something. It's because they were looking really good, you know. It's a feat when you come to this sort of level to get a full squad at the end of a game like this. Boys in circles. So they were looking super good and super strong in here for those leader points, but in the end they just couldn't quite grab it. So it's a bit of a shame here, but good for Golden Eagles at the same time. 10 points in total rather. Looking very nice indeed.
Looking good. I mean, that's a good start, Dave, right? They got 10 points on the board, but how do you think they're going to fare in these next 2 games?
Good question. Good question. I think if they can just maintain what they just accomplished here in this game, and I'm talking survive, right? Survive that late game. Get a couple elim points, 10 points in the pocket for 2 more games. They should be looking at being right there, maybe 12th place. You're right there, barely clawing their way in. But listen, that's all they need, Hot Jukes, is just 12th. That's right. The goal. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the goal. So if they can have 2 more matches just like that, they're going to be happy, man.
Yeah, you're right. They're going to be definitely excited, but I ain't going to lie. I think it's 1 match. You know, that last match here, I think there's going to be too many shenanigans. You got to get it done here and now. We'll find out a little bit more if they're gonna right after we come back from this quick break.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back from this super awesome break. We are back to the action shortly. But first, we want to bring back in the crew. We want to talk about this because I'm sitting here on the sidelines chewing my fingers like, what the heck is going on in PUBG Mobile right now on Miramar specifically? I'm hearing some Panther hate out of you three.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers killed it that round. What are you talking about? 8 points? They got 4 elims, 4 rank points? Come on now. They had to do enough to get into the money. We're going to find that out shortly. But before we do, I think we ought to throw to a replay package, check out kind of what went down this last game. I mean, it was an incredible Miramar, and I'm sad that I don't get to cast it, but let's check the replays.
Yes,
so here we have ourselves Chaos, and Natura, by all means, break down what's going on. I know you talked about this buggy play right here, and it was an astute observation, but I was happy to see Hot here pick up the elim point for BOPE that actually shot them over-execute in the standings.
Yes, indeed. It's looking, that knock, the double knock here as well. You gotta feel bad for Hots here. He had that 1v2 done and dusted, just needed that 1v3, but it was not gonna be happening at all there. But yeah, looking very, here we go. Here you go, PB. These are the Panthers back in it. Yeah, and Quan did a fantastic job here, honestly. Looking so good. Look at that, coming in with the UMP. Not a bad shot at all. But yeah, just a little too late for him. Yeah, Game Lord looked really good. Game Lord. Golden Eagles looked really good as well. Had a really good defense over that house as well. But just unfortunately, we're not able to keep it. The zone didn't go their way. And I mean, when you're up against Nova as well, I mean, it's just such a hard team to beat.
I agree, and it's official. Natura hates the Game Lord Falcons. It's official. That's what's up. We've got the Golden Eagles in that house. I want to go back to that play just a moment ago with the Panthers at the bottom of the hill. We had the Golden Eagles in the house, and I noticed on broadcast you guys were like, let's push this, and I I hear the hesitancy of a lower ranked team not wanting to push it, and normally I would be totally absolutely 100%. But Nova was just over the ridgeline hawking that house. They were looking at it. And I gotta say, I don't mind the Golden Eagles kind of staying put there. They were able to stay alive. They actually finished with a second place. So tough call. You would have liked to see him push that, that TP fight maybe. But ultimately TP lives a little bit longer. They put some points on the board, and I'm excited. Let's go check the board. Let's see these overall standings, because dang it, we're gonna see some movement here. I have a feeling. And we do. The Panthers are up to 11th. Let's go. They got the tiebreaker on elims, it looks like, with mobility.
Yeah.
Goodness. Much as Dave, tell me, give me your reaction here on these standings.
If you can see my face right now, I got one of those YouTube thumbnail faces like,
I do know about those, yes.
GG's to the Panthers, but I don't know, man. Last game is still kind of scuffed for me, PB. I know you're cheering for him, but there was one moment where there was a duo still up. That moment when it was the Golden Falcons throwing the grenades kind of at the Panthers, right? And these grenades were just kind of getting chucked over their heads. And they had no clue these nades were even getting chucked over their heads until Quan got knocked out. So it's just that lack of awareness that I feel like is going to be their demise here. But hey, good game for them. 2 more to go though, PB. So they can definitely lose that 11th place position.
I agree. And before I throw to you, Hot Jukes, I wanted to point out kind of the grind to go, right? The bottom 2 teams starting today. We had the Chosen, we had the Golden Eagles, right? Right now, the Golden Eagles are looking up at everyone else, and the Chosen, they followed up a great game 1 performance with a subpar game 2. And I got to give a shout out to Alexi, the great question answerer in the chat. She logged in to see her team just get wiped brutally from the map. I apologize for that. Oh, you hate to see it, but you got time. 2 more games to get it done. And I will say the Chosen right now looking up, they've got 13 points to close that gap between 12th place. That can be done. And if you look at the Golden Eagles, they've got 7 to go. So a little bit to go. And the other teams that are on, the plus or minus 2 from place number 12, it's anybody's game at this point. It all comes down to this Sanhok and this Erangel map to wrap things up. Jukes, tell me, is the Chosen going to bounce back? Are they going to get it done here? What's the deal?
Look, the Panthers do better, okay? The Chosen, do better, right? And you
You're
need
a
to
hater,
do,
man.
You need to
Still
do
bringing
better,
the Panthers into this.
right
I asked you
now.
about Chosen.
You know what? You can ask me about Chosen all day long, but I shouldn't be talking about either of these teams. Why are they on the bottom? I have no idea. I mean, these names are 2 names. If I would have had money on, I would have been like, they should have been in the top 10 from the get-go. But hey, you know what? It happens. It happens, baby, right? But there's still 2 more games to go. We got Sanhok. It can happen right now.
Before we get out of here to Sanhok, I got to get predictions from you. You can see the results here on the screen. Sanhok coming up in 30 seconds. Let's go with a quick one. It's Nova's map. Nova's got to be the team to beat. Who are you picking? Neptura, you go first.
Oh, lordy. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go with, actually, WUMAVI on this one. They need a win. They're one of the only teams in the top 5 without a win, and if I'm remembering correctly, they did pretty good on Sanhok last time.
Amazing. WUMAVI for Neptura. We'll see you after the game. Mustache Dave, what's your pick?
Nova Esports, best team in the lobby.
Amazing. Nova for Dave and for Hot Jukes. Who are you picking?
Nova hunting down the Chosen like they did the last game.
Ooh-wee. I'm going to go with the Panthers because y'all are hating.
Yes!
So I'm picking the Panthers. I'm out of here, guys. Enjoy the game. We're dropping into Sanhok for game number 3.
Let's go, baby. Match number 3. We're going to Sanhok. And to be fair, I have picked the Panthers almost every single game, you know, in the first few days. It's the last day. You know, I'm doing some of that reverse psychology here, Dave.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Maybe because me being too easy on them has been the reason why they've been suffering, but now I'm being hard on them. Look what's happening, Dave.
No. I mean, I totally recall day 1 pre-show, you know, we asked who are the teams to look out for, and you did say the Panthers. Like, that was your squad. So you definitely recognize their abilities, you know, to perform here in these competitive lobbies. They just haven't been showing up. But like PB said, last game, probably one of their better games yet in the Titan series. Sometimes that's all a team needs. It's just one really good map, and that pressure, that stress kind of just disappears, you know, and then they're just playing their game on what got them here in the first place. So Paradise Resort, the Panthers, all theirs, free and clear. This could be another solid game for him here, Hot Jukes.
100%. One of the best places in the whole map to land, and they got it all to their lonesome. So they are sitting really pretty here. Just got to continue, right? Just get it done. And you should be set and good to go. Let's take a look here at where everybody else is dropping. Okay, but everyone's pretty spread out right here. Nothing, you know, surprising that I'm seeing so far. And the zone is going to land into the mainland. So execute those teams on those little islands are going to have to cross a bridge or some water and head back into zone.
Yeah, I mean, besides those couple squads on the west side of Sanhok, you know, kind of scattered out there, for the most part, everyone kind of relaxed. You know, they're going to have a couple minutes to get their loot and freely roam around, you know, without being too pressured from other squads, because it's a nice, oh, hold up, how does it say that, though? Nova K19.
Uh-oh.
Take this to go, grenade. Just, you know, it's just like one of those grenades, like, hey, I'm over here. You stay over there on your side. I stay on my side. We'll keep doing our thing. Because besides these 2 players, everyone else, plenty of room between them and their opponents. So my point still valid, Hot Jukes.
You know what? That nade had a note on it. And then Nade said, you know what? We're not the Chosen. And then he said, you know what? Okay, you're not the Chosen. We're leaving. Except the Nova. So hopefully they have learned their lesson and will continue to keep doing themselves. K19, team that's been struggling. You know, they've kind of had that off and on play style at the same time, but not able to get the better of a lot of these squads here. Zuko, hey, throwing some first aids on over to his squad. Mate, love to see that here. What do you think about K19 so far here, Dave?
Honestly, 6th place as of right now. Their elim points, 37 so far in the tournament, and 24 with placement points. So they definitely love getting into some fights. And a 6th place, all you need is top 12. K19, I'm going to give them the big chillin' mark here. No worries. They're going to qualify here out Jukes.
Wow.
They're big chillin'.
So you already know it. They are going to qualify.
They could use these lobbies to practice maybe a new strategy, maybe some new rotations or even new drop spots. You know, just use this time, right, to really fine tune what makes K19 K19, if that makes sense.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Hey, make some moves, right?
Mhm.
Make some moves when you have the chance to be able to put in some practice and, you know, breathe a little bit. Use it to your full advantage. So I think you're totally right. Now is the time for them to be able to do so, since they are in that kind of, you know, safety middle of the pack area. Yeah.
Safety net for sure. One thing though, I know you keep talking about the Chosen. The Chosen are in the ruins, right? Just north of where Nova Esports are. So there's a high chance that Nova Esports, they might get their loot and they might scoot up there to the north to take another fight with the Chosen here. We'll definitely keep you updated with that here, Jukes.
Hey, my prediction could be correct here, Dave. Could be correct. I wouldn't doubt if we do see Nova decide to go for that. I mean, they did in the last game.
Yeah.
So what's stopping them here and now?
Ooh.
Answer, nothing.
Oh no, a baby panther getting caught out here by themselves possibly.
Not like this.
Oh no.
Please, not like this. Chronix. Did they hear him? Oh,
Okay,
He got one.
Chronix. There's
got one. Oh. Okay, run to your team. Run to your team. Run to your team. Run, 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 run. Yep, that's what he's doing. Chronix out of there. Where's the rest of the Panthers, though? There they are.
Here they
Finally, some good support. Ayuya having to go ahead and slow it down here. But Chronix sent it back in? Why?
What?
Why? 4K.
Yeah.
¿Por qué?
Quan with the grenade and Nate with another grenade. The whole team, all three Panthers with grenades. They're doing exactly what they need to be doing. Tossing in these grenades, these mollies into the building, trying to get the knocks before making the push. Like, Chronix did not need to double back right there in that situation. Now there's just two more Panthers alive to try to seal the deal here, Hot Jukes.
Here they go. Nate, full sending it on in, pre-firing. But the DBS proving to be just a little too strong in the situation. Nate getting some nice hits here, and they finally finish off Nesquik, getting them done and dusted. So yeah, the Panthers are going to go with quite a few eliminations, so they got to be hyped up about that.
Yeah.
It does suck, though, to lose a player like that early on.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Chronix didn't have to die there. You know, Chronix could have still been alive, but you know what? 4 elim points
That's
this
a great
early
start.
on. Yeah, that's equivalent to a 4th place finish. And
Wow.
we're on Sanhok, so 4th place is a struggle in its own right here, Hodges.
That's true. This could be enough for them to qualify, without a doubt. I mean, they were tied right there on the line, so this could be enough for them. You know, all they got to do is just continue now and not get tricked.
Uh-oh, though.
Uh-oh.
BOPE Esports.
Here they come.
Oh. So the Panthers, they're going to have to defend, not for the first time, but for the second time here early on this Sanhok map, as there's a lot of teams with the Panthers on their hit list here on this Sanhok game.
Yeah, and a good thing, though, for the Panthers is that they are in the center of this next zone, so they don't even have to leave Paradise Resort, and Paradise has enough loot for them to where they don't really need to loot anywhere else at all. So they are big chilling here, especially the fact that they did get that team eliminated early on. So, I mean, as long as they just keep doing what they've been doing and play this smart, they should put themselves in a great spot here to not get relegated.
Just buckle down the hatches.
That's right. Buckle them down.
Just wait. So Chronix getting an easy little pickup right there because Bay's no weapon in hand, just kind of running around. Chronix, though, doubling back, getting some slugs to the dome. Nate was right there as well, I believe, cooking that molly, getting ready to toss that into the doorway. Just unfortunate here. And right there, Nesquik kept kind of zooming back and forth through that doorway while the pre-fire was coming through. So definitely an interesting play. But ooh, the Panthers! Oh, looking to take another fight here with BOPE. Looks like they were able to get a knock here, and they're just pushing this, Hot Jukes. They're really low.
The Panthers coming in hot. Here comes Quan. What the S12? Not able to get it done. Nate? Can Big Nate come from the behind? Support his squad mate. Can he take down Hot Zada? He's running away.
Big Nate, you got this.
The pre-fire. The desperation.
Oh, they're chasing down Nate.
Oh, Nate on the run. Oh, that's a horrible spot. Nate's going to have to go ahead and cross that and then jump over. Oh, what a horrible angle to hold. Nate, come on, run. Make some plays, Nate. Let's go, baby.
Nate with another.
He got two.
They got the pickup.
Nate, I believe in you.
Nate.
Everybody believes in you, Nate. Make the play.
Nate trying to get these confirms. I do
He's gonna
like
jump
that.
off. He has to jump off. He has to
Trip
jump
with
off
the
and make another
molly.
angle.
Yeah, the Molly's going to buy some time right now for,
Jump on that
for
box.
both teams.
Jump on the roof and jump down and make a play, baby.
Nate's putting in work, though, Hot Chicks.
he's
You
taking too
cannot
much
deny
time,
that.
though.
You cannot deny that. Nate's going to be
can't
cooking his
hold
grenade,
this.
looking for that bounce. Look for that bounce. Nobody there for the time being. Nate has some meds to work with.
There we go.
Has,
He's doing what I'm saying
6
now.
Smokes, 1 nade.
Nate, get up there.
Utility running low. Now it's going to be a 1v4. Nate against the
it's
world.
over.
BOPE Esports making the push up the stairs here, Hot Chicks.
It's over now. Yeah, he spent too much time. He had to make a play. He had to do something clever. Unless
where
he
you
pulls
nade.
off. I
This
mean,
is
what
where
is
you nade.
happening?
This is where you nade.
You heard the pin pull. You heard the pin pull. The nade. Oh my
Nate!
gosh.
Nate!
Nate.
Nate!
Nate.
Nate!
Nate.
Jump
Nate.
shot! More!
One more, baby. One more. Nate, believe. I never doubted you for a second, Nate. I want to let you know right now, right here. There was zero doubt. Zero doubt. Negative
Zero
doubt.
doubt. Another Molly to put a halt to the Nate push.
And it did.
No
Hold him.
hacks.
He's
Should
going to do
be
what I said
able
earlier.
To get the pickup. Nate looking for that wraparound, though.
Another Molly. Beautiful
Smart
Mollies.
Yeah, smart Mollies right there. Uh-oh. Last grenade, though, for Nate.
Come on, Nate. Last nade. Do it
Last
all.
Nate.
No!
Oh!
Not like this!
WUMAVI! WUMAVI!
Steve-O! What are
Why?
you doing?
Why? And look at that. No hacks. Their own Molly taking them out after all.
I feel sick. I feel sick and I feel cheated.
WUMAVI. What? Like,
That hurt. That one hurt. We almost saw something magical, Dave. We almost saw something magical.
yeah.
And then WUMAVI,
mm-hmm.
the evil villain, shutting it down.
Right, they couldn't just wait for it to play out. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
Yep.
on.
Yep. You couldn't just
Come
sit
on.
back and watch, dude. You know what I'm saying? Watch this play.
This is
Oh,
when
Nate.
you're saying, yeah, Nate's going to die. Nate has no chance right here. No chance for Nate. Nate's done. Nate's dusted.
No.
think
I
that's what you
said BOPE has no chance. I said BOPE has no chance against Nate.
Oh, Bo. Yeah.
I did say that. Look at that. See?
Yeah.
See?
Jump shot
Oh.
and
Oh, I thought if that
Swap.
shot would have hit right there. Oh,
But no hacks, though. Props to no hacks.
Yes,
The
I will say
double
that.
Molly, you know, right here, that was the big brain one right here.
100%.
The
Those
stairs for
Molotovs.
sure. But this Molly, I mean, Nate was
He
coming
should
for
have
that
threw it
push.
above. He should have threw it above.
He was
Through
cooking
the hole
it.
up
I
top.
think he was cooking it. Nate was cooking, man. He was
Yeah.
cooking. He was cooking.
We let him cook.
Let it cook.
Why-
He was letting it cook.
Steve-O, let him cook,
He was
man.
letting it cook.
Oh,
Nate MVP? Question mark.
that was so close. That was so close. I believed
Yeah.
in him the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
did.
just
You know what it was? That reverse psychology thing again that you do all the time.
And you know what? And you know what happens? You're right. The second I did, right? I say I don't believe in him, and he does it. And the second I do believe in him, what happens?
They're done. You know,
Right?
WUMAVI comes.
WUMAVI comes around the
That's what
corner.
happens.
Dang it.
Dang it.
I'm
Well,
sorry, Nate. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Never doubt the Nate. Nate will have one more game to try to get that 1v4 once again. So we'll attempt to that. But that was one heck of a highlight in the Titan series here. I mean, we're talking about forging teams and players in the fire. That right there, that's forging it in the fire in real time, Hot Jukes.
Absolutely, baby. Get some hype in the chat. Spread some love everywhere. Tell your friends to join the stream. Make sure you check out Titan Series GG. And let's get this going here. Final Sanhok of the Open Qualifiers here for the Premier League of the Titan Series. Look at that Blinky from downtown. Get some nice
Feels
shots
good.
downrange.
Feels good. So the chosen 5 points on the board. Okay, that's solid. Golden Eagles, no points. A duo still alive. Golden Eagles still going to be on that struggle bus. Super lazy reflex, man. Down to just a solo. They've been just slipping and sliding on these overall leaderboards here today. Team Mobility still 4 up. They're hot. Remember, Team Mobility, we're tied with the Panthers coming into this game. So we'll keep an eye on that one as looks like the Golden Eagles, Golden Falcons swooping in from above.
Ooh.
Baby dang, catching
Ow.
a nade.
Alf shutting down the Golden Eagles. They are done and dusted with the goose egg. They have laid a goose egg here, Dave, or an eagle egg.
Eagle egg.
Oh, we can't call it a eagle egg.
No.
That would be toxic.
Yeah. Have you ever had one?
I've never had an eagle egg. I've had an ostrich egg, though.
Ooh.
It's quite large.
Okay.
Makes one heck of an omelet.
Ooh.
Not gonna lie.
So, Jukes, let me ask you.
What's up?
Golden Eagles.
Oof.
One more game to go. Like, realistically speaking here.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm not counting them out yet, but like, what does this last game have to look like for them?
It's got to look like an anime. You know what I'm saying? Because this has been the whole montage leading up to this moment. You know what I'm saying? And they're either going to be the main character or they're going to be a side character, Dave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be main character, you have to clutch it up in the last game. They have the ability to do it, right? They're in a position on the point board to do it. They are going to need a good, solid game. It's not going to come for free, you know?
Yeah.
But, man, you know, especially the Chosen went out with 5 points, okay?
Big
The
game.
Panthers went out with 7, which is really good for them. That was
game.
huge, big 7 points. Could have been 8. Could have been a lot more. You know, it should have been. It should have been. But you know what? It happens. It happens. But, you know, the Golden Eagles, oh, man, they got their work cut out for them. But
Yeah.
it can be done. It can be done, Dave.
Definitely. And you know what? This 7-point game for the Panthers, this could be their ticket punching, you know,
That's
to
true.
the next lobby.
That's true.
So, GG's. The Chosen, they're still gonna have to do something, in my opinion. You know, this last and final match coming up. They're not out of the thick of it yet, but I think the Panthers can definitely breathe a sigh of relief almost. Yes, they still have one more game. Yes, you don't want to throw it, but I think that pressure compared to where they were earlier on, it's kind of, you know, alleviated just a little bit here, huh, Jukes?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, though, my boy Big Nate, man, he has cemented himself into greatness after that play. It was so nice. So well done.
So, Big Nate, 3-pieced them twice.
That's right. 3-piece them
Twice.
twice. Back to back.
Twice.
Couldn't get the quattro. Couldn't get the quattro, you know?
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? It was good. Oh, look at the shot from Klaus. Oh, he hits the brick. Moves a little bit more. That's tough. He had the shot down range too, but shooting into the mountainside, and he's just going to
Smoking
smoke it
yourself.
out.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm not here. Just disappear.
You know
Bella
what?
Fox
Forget it.
In the chat, saying, my heart hurts so bad for Nate, man.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. WUMAVI from Blue Fault. You just ruined the best clip of the year.
that's right.
Listen,
That's right.
a point is a point. A point is a point.
Oh, man.
But WUMAVI, Blue Fault has a point as well.
He sure does. He sure does. MEZEXIS coming up with some nice points here. You know, that's going to hype them up. They've been in the middle of the pack, so they've been big chilling. They've secured their position onto the next stage. But hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I love to see them getting into the action of it. WUMAVI, boo!
No.
I mean, I'm sorry. WUMAVI doing a great job. Great job here.
Dude. Okay. WUMAVI is in 8th place on the overall leaderboard, so they're still good, though, in all reality. I'm looking
great
at
job,
the
WUMAVI.
leaderboard.
Great job.
Yeah, great job. I'm looking at the live leaderboard. I'm trying to pick out a team that this game will have the most impact on the scores. SLR, 0 points. A solo, they need something. They need some type of points here this game here because they're in 14th overall, if I'm not mistaken, Hot Jukes. Team Mobility as well, right on the cusp. Remember, they were tied with the Panthers. So this could be a good game for Team Mobility
Could be indeed.
bounce above the Panthers.
Well, you know what? One team that we got to keep a close eye on, too, has got to be Phoenix. They're right below Mobility.
Okay.
And they've already got 4 elims to their name. Only 2 players up left, so they got to be able to hold it down. But here goes Mobility Gaming versus WUMAVI. Can WUMAVI spoil this squad and open the door for Phoenix Esports? They have to get these finished, though. And look at this. Right behind them. They got to be really careful. Devo. Nova. Oh,
Yeah,
not
of
the team
course.
you want to face.
Nova, the third-party Kings here. Going to be here in the action downrange, looking to crest over the hill as well, but they're going to need to watch out for
Wow,
these
what a
sneaky
shot.
snakes in the grass looking to toss a grenade at them. But Nova Esports, I'm telling you, Hot Jukes, one of the best teams in NA.
Oh,
without
these
a
guys
doubt.
do not mess around.
Just
I
look
mean,
at their movements, look at their awareness.
just
as,
calm and collected in the face of danger. And of course, they could look in the other way and take down Team Mobility, but instead they look in the opposite direction and take one of the only players left from Phoenix. But they still have one, and Mobility Gaming is in a big trouble right now. This is a very tough position to get out of, especially with MEZEXIS and Nova looking your way.
MEZEXIS, Nova, WUMAVI, 3 different squads looking downrange right now. And then to make matters worse, the blue zone is going to be touching them with some love. Steve-O. Okay. Steve-O down. Nemesis might be able to pick up Steve-O, but Team Mobility, they're just getting pushed from all sides right now, Hot Jukes.
Oh, and there goes Ulysses getting the finish right now. WUMAVI trying to stay alive. But it looks like Team Mobility is going to be the squad to get done and dusted with 4 points to their name. So that's the same amount as Phoenix Esports. And Phoenix had a couple of points down from them before.
Yeah.
So now it's really Phoenix's Esports time to really get it done here. But they only got 1 player left.
Just a bloodbath out here as MEZEXIS looking to
4th place.
continue to rack up the elim points. 14 so far for them. Of course, Nova Esports still alive with a trio.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh,
Oh,
baby.
what a nade.
QZZ with the double. Hot Jukes.
He's got 2 Z's for a reason, Dave. Double nade coming up hot. DBSs are out. The S12K is out. So much pressure from both sides, though. MEZEXIS not going down without a fight.
Another grenade, another grenade. That
And-
could be good, but that grenade's going to apply some pressure. Force trick from behind their boulder. And now here comes the wraparound, the pre-fire through the smokes, and MEZEXIS done. But look at this. Jason
Jason!
in the blue, securing themselves a 2nd place finish, 6 points on top of the 5 elim points here for Execute.
Yo, Phoenix finished with 8 total. Mobility Gaming finished with 4. You got the Panthers finishing with 7. This is going to be a race, Dave. A race for that final ticket into the finals.
The finals.
The finals.
The finals. What a big game for the Panthers. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Hats off. I don't have a
Hats
hat, but
off,
if I
dude.
had one,
Hats off.
I would take it off right now because the Panthers, what a day this team has had with just clawing their way up these overall rankings here, Hot Jukes.
Oh, they've done so well. They did so well, I mean, towards the end there. Absolutely well done. Nate really made it happen for his team at the end to kind of just hold on a little bit longer. So I love to see that fight, that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? They got
Big Nate
one
dog.
more
Big
match
Nate
left,
dog.
and they need that dog big time. Big time in this last match.
They don't call him Big Nate Dog for nothing here, Hot
That's
Jukes
true.
says. Jason just showing off their healing abilities here. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Heals
Oh,
trap
hold
sword.
up, though.
Plays
Hold
on
up, though.
Papa Blue. Uh-oh.
Hold up, though.
You think he sees this? Just no, I can't. Yeah. Tesla truck. Cybertruck. Play zone. Thirsts down. Kindness.
Jason's shooting out there in the sky.
Oh, they heard
Oh.
it. They heard it. He's gonna try to drive into him. Nope,
Oh,
couldn't do it.
almost. The
Well
seat swap,
executed.
Shotgun. So, Nova Esports. GG's. Once again.
GG.
So, Jukes, I know, you and PB on the last game going to be calling all the action, but Nova Esports versus Young Kings Global. I know the main storyline is who's qualifying, but I'm looking at number 1, baby.
Okay.
Number 1 in the Titan series. I'm going with Nova Esports.
Okay.
After next game. I want to get your quick take on that one.
Okay, I think Nova is a good team to just look at when it comes to pure consistency and strategy. Okay, when it comes to pure firepower, I'd probably put my money right on the Young Kings. I think they're a little bit more polished, a little bit more aggressive with them leans and peaks. You know what I'm saying? But Nova have proven to just really dissect teams and just have that synergy, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, a great point you make. Like, yes, Young Kings have been popping off, elim points up there at the top. But recall, last game on Miramar, they had 4 up, they pushed, and they got surprised by, I believe, someone from BOPE, a solo from BOPE, caught 2 in the back. That would have never happened to Nova. Never.
Good point.
So little things like that keeps me thinking, like, they're a great team, but Nova Esports, just better. Just better, Hot Jukes. At least for me. At least for me.
Well, we'll see who ends up at the top at the end of this thing. Let's go ahead and bring in our analyst, though. Let's bring in Neptura. Come on. What did you think about that battle, right? With Nate trying to hold it down. What do you think about that, huh?
I think Panthers they brought it back from Miramar completely with that alone. Yeah, fantastic from him. I hurt so much for him though. Oh my goodness, yes, this. I mean, Chronic coming in here, great sprays coming in. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, just looking so nice. And then the push and all this. Yeah, Panthers brought it back from Miramar. You'll love to see that kind of adaptability between game to game as well. They went, right, okay, that push was way too slow, way too hesitant. Let's not do that this time around. Very, very nice.
Yeah, definitely makes me wonder personally, though, what would have happened if Chronix would have been up there at the end game?
True.
Very true.
Here it is.
So good.
What else can you say? Just gotta sit back,
Relax.
watch the beauty.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Exactly.
Just the fact that Nate was so kind of calm in this situation as well. You know, the double 1v3 knocks from Nate. Just so calm, so chill, making the plays happen here.
That pre-fire was so good. And the finish. He actually hit one of those bullets right there on a no-hack. That was so crazy. Would have gotten just one more, should have been enough. And then Golden Eagles. What do you think about them going into this last match here, Neptura?
Yeah, again, looking a bit too late of a rotation, honestly, though. They just waited way too late. They had a bad spot to come in onto zone on that point because they waited too late, and maybe that's their thing. Maybe they like that. A lot of teams do like late rotations, but when you're on Sanhok, man, I don't know. It seems very risky when you're in the position that they are. Too risky.
Yeah, indeed, man. So close yet so far. Let's take a look here at the rankings for the last match. Nova putting up 19. MEZEXIS ended up putting up 19 as well. That's a lot of elims here, Neptura.
It is, isn't it? Looking really good for MEZEXIS. And you're starting to see a little bit of a pattern here. Remember, in Sanhok on week 1, we had Nova winning, but this is in second. So MEZEXIS continuing their top 3 trajectory in Sanhok, looking really consistent there.
One thing I gotta look at though was we saw Phoenix, right, with 4th place finish. The Chosen pulling up 5 points, and the Panthers, even though in 13th place, 7 total points, all elims here. I mean, man, only 1 match left to go. It's gonna be close, Neptura.
It really is. Honestly, we are looking at such a close race, and that's what makes it fun, right? You know, you get to this final match, getting into, you know, those final few points, everything matters, every little angle, everything matters, and it just is so much more fun for the rest of us.
Ooh, speaking of fun, let's go ahead and bring Papa PB back into the mix. I know he's been watching here, right here. Welcome back. How do you feel after watching that last match?
I have never been so sad to miss out on a broadcast call before. I was like screaming at my desk like, Nate, what are you doing, my guy? Dude, I called the Panthers. I thought they were going to win it all. You know, the momentum was going, and freaking Steve-O. Steve-O, man, coming in from the flank. Who knows? Like, who even saw WUMAVI in the compound and Steve-O coming from the side, just ruining all of our fun? I'm going to flash back really quickly to week 1. I just want to know, week 1, game 1, who was on the receiving end of that grenade of remixing MEZEXIS? That's right, it was Steve-O looking like a mannequin. Steve-O, I'm going to remember that one, and I gave you a pass then, but you're not getting one today, my friend. I'm a little bit upset. So anyways, that's how I'm feeling right now, Jukes. I'm in a bit of a mood, if you will. But that all aside, I got to say the Panthers put up 7 points, right? I mean, they got some elims in their favor. He got the 3-piece there, couldn't quite finish. That had to do something in the overall standings. And dang it, would you look at this? we got ourselves the old standings from last game. They're not updated just yet. So let's maybe check, I don't know, back in a minute. But I will say, we are awfully close on that. Dude, I was so ready to see it, but they're going to make us wait just a little bit longer. On that
Steve-O
note,
got us again.
It was a good tease.
Steve-O got us again.
Yep.
Yeah, they got us again.
Yeah.
We got
WUMAVI
baited. All right,
coming in with
let's
a
try this
third party
again.
on
And to the standings. Hey,
Okay.
there we go.
Oh, okay.
Wall Street Bets.
Wall Street
Gone.
Bets is off the board. They're down in the bottom 4. They started today borderline safe, and they've done nothing. If you look at the results of last game alone, there was one team that put up a goose egg. And I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about damage. Not a single point of damage done by Wall Street Bets in Sanhok.
What?
And that costs them. They are sitting in the danger zone now, and they've got to battle it out with Super Lazy Reflex, Golden Eagles, and the Chosen. And the gap for the Golden Eagles and the Chosen is widening. They've got to get to mobility, which is at 43. There's a long way to go.
I mean,
Woo.
wow.
Jukes,
I mean,
what are you
wow.
feeling, man?
I mean,
what are you
wow.
feeling?
I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, the Panthers jumped up even, what was it, 5 placements? I mean, they've even passed up Dope, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy to
did.
think about. I mean, there's still one game left. The problem though with this is that there's always some shenanigans that happen in the last game of every qualifiers, because the teams at the top, they have been big chilling. They know they're going to make it. Teams in the middle are like, hey, you know what? We're good. We're solid. You know, I think they should still utilize this to say, hey, you know what? We got to prepare for the finals. But these teams at the bottom are going to be desperate, doing crazy stuff. I don't know what is going to happen here. I really don't.
I have no idea, but I know who does.
I hope
and that's
Steve-O gets
Neptune.
nated.
We're gonna, yeah, right, Steve-O. I hope you fall out of the plane and forget to pull the ripcord on your shoot, my guy. I'm just saying, we were robbed of like some epic PUBG Mobile. Shout outs to Nate, dude. Seriously, that was some epic play. I loved it. I know the chat loved it. I know people were screaming all around on that like PUBG Mobile action. That was insane. So Neptura, you got the call on the replay. We're gonna go to the analyst segment right now. Let's see what happened in game number 3 tonight on Sanhok.
Cool. Yeah, I just wanted to point out, going back to this, before the whole Nate shenanigans going on, yeah, Chronic going down here, but it's this push right after. You know, we've been kind of hounding on him to kind of going, you know, hey, you know, it was way too slow, that push in Miramar, way too slow, way too hesitant, all of that. But look at this, the adaptability between games to come back in here. Look at this push. It's like a completely different team. Looking so nice. That the immediate push coming in there. Great momentum coming forward, lots of angles. You saw all that kind of coming in, and great shots coming in as well, getting those 1v1s sorted. So looking very good from the Panthers. They fully redeemed themselves after Miramar.
They really did. Well, Neptura, I'm going to put you on the spot once again. If we have predictions coming up for a 4th and final game, who is going to take it and who is on the hot seat right now that you think just might not have enough? Give me 2 teams.
All right, 2 teams. You know what? It's difficult because, like Hot Juke said, you know, it's always last match shenanigans. We're always going to see some surprises in there. But honestly, 2 teams, if I have to pick, hard to choose. At the bottom, I'm thinking, you know, Golden Eagles, as much as I've enjoyed them, they're just not seeming to really get that momentum going tonight. So I'm going to have to shout out them. Come on, you got to get a little bit more going. Get those points on the board. Maybe do some hot drops. Just relax a little bit. Get some of that in. But as for top of the leaderboard, I mean, Nova winning that one. But you know what? Young Kings want it. They wanted it in the first Miramar, and it got stolen from them by Nova. So no, it's going to be them this time around.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for the breakdowns. We'll see you again after game number 4. Without further ado, Mustache Dave, tell me who you got. Who is going to win this game, and also who is in the hot seat right now that may be not making it through?
Yeah, good question. I feel Nova Esports definitely going to be getting this last and final winner chicken dinner. Okay, Nova Esports, the chicken in the hot
Safe
seat.
bet.
It is the bet. All right. It is the bet. All my UC on that here coming in this last match. But as far as the hot seat goes, Wall Street Bets, they're right there. Interesting stat you pointed out. 0 damage done that last game. And that's interesting because they are at the top when it comes to average damage done within the entirety of this lobby. So I think Wall Street Bets have the opportunity here in this last game to get top 12. So I'm going to be looking out for them to overlap Team Mobility and Phoenix Esports.
I like it. I like the calls. Hot Jukes, I'm going to go to you, my friend. Same question. Who's going to win this match, this final qualifier match on Erangel, and who is in trouble at the bottom of the standings?
Okay, the team is going to win this match is going to be MEZEXIS. It's going to be MEZEXIS because I have a feeling the teams at the top are going to kind of do whatever the heck they want, and those squads that are right there in that middle are going to really shine here in the last match. So MEZEXIS is going to win this last one, okay? I think I got to go with Dave, though. I really believe in WALLSTREETBETS because I like their early aggression. It's just how they've applied it that's really just struggled. So I think they're going to kind of say, hey, we got to calm down. Let's play a little bit more strategic and tactical to make sure that we make it into this next play. So I think we'll see them with a good, solid game here. The question mark for me is Team Mobility, right? Team Mobility.
I was going there next.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You know what? You go ahead. You take it, PB. What do you think about that?
I was just going to say, my team in this game, I'm ride or dying with the Panthers. I've been loving the action so far tonight. Nate's got to his head's got to be bigger than this frame that I'm currently in right now after that last game. But I'm going to go with the Panthers for the win. But I got to say, man, the Team Mobility, they've been rocking on that 12th place for seemingly all 3 weeks now, literally sitting on the edge. They're only 2 points ahead of WALLSTREETBETS. And WALLSTREETBETS, they're not going to throw up a goose egg 2 games in a row. Like, literal goose egg on damage in Sanhok. I can't imagine that one of the top performing individual rosters in the tournament is going to do that back-to-back, especially on Erangel. So my gut tells me that Team Mobility is in trouble in that 12th spot right now. They're safe for now. We got one more game on Erangel coming up. If you guys haven't subscribed to the Titan series already, please do so. It would really support us. We'd really appreciate that, and follow everywhere on social media. Big thank you to Mustache Dave for holding down the fort for games 2 and 3. But Hot Jukes, man, it's me and you for this last one, Erangel. We're about to hit the battlegrounds, dude. Woo, I'm excited. Let's see where this playing path goes.
Let's get it, baby. It all comes down to this final match here of the open qualifiers of the Premier, where we are forged in fire, baby. It has all come down to this, and it's a good playing path, BB. It's a delicious one.
This is a delicious playing path, centrally located, maybe slightly easterly, Mr. Jukes,
Yes,
but
very
delicious
Easter.
indeed. I gotta say, Stalber's just, it doesn't get enough love, man. No one ever goes up to that mountain.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's some little loot there. There's a little loot there. It's up on high. You can take a look at everything that's going down, but nobody believing in Stalber here. You know why?
Because there's a tornado in the bay. Are you seeing this right now?
Oh, there is there is.
What's going on there?
Yeah. Kind of helps those beautiful paragliders, hang gliders.
Yeah,
Get a little bit of speed.
We finally figured out what causes the parachute glitch. It's a
That's
tornado.
what it is.
100%.
It's been this whole
Myth
time.
confirmed.
Oh my goodness. You hate to see it. Hey, but sometimes you still got to punch on the way down. You know what I'm saying? You got to come in fighting.
You got to do it. You got to do it. All right. I'm not wishing bad on anybody, man, but I'm kind of hoping somebody puts a hit out on Steve-O this round. I'm just saying. I'm so angry with him after that last shenanigans, dude.
Oh, man. It hurt. It hurt to see. I'm not going to lie. I
dude.
wanted that finish so bad. And to just be like, oh.
I'm still living in the past, man. I'm like Uncle Rico, man. If they just wouldn't have thrown those mollies, Nate would have won state, man. He would have pushed them. He would have sent their team to the finals. Oh, baby. It would have been good to go. But we got to clue in on this game, man. I got to lock in on Erangel. I'm living in the past, dude. But it was an exciting one for sure. That was the most invigorated I've been spectating PUBG Mobile in quite some time.
Same. And I've never felt so cheated before. But you know what? Hopefully we can see something like that happen here in the last match. Come on. One more 1v4. I know Big Nate's got it in him. Can a magical moment like that happen? I believe so. WALLSTREETBETS, they need some magic on their side here, though. What do you think about their split looting strategy here?
It's an interesting one. They've been doing this for basically every game on Rozhok, splitting, and it's kind of hit or miss, man. You can get decent loot here, but you can also kind of whiff and hopefully the gods are with them, right? Like Kubi picking up the Scar here, getting some good ammo. So things are going decent right now. But again, for the second time today, we got the Southern Circle, and I'm here for it, man. I absolutely love this. And we got no military action in the first 2 weeks. No circles, no teams. And look at that island now. It is popping.
Oh my gosh, this is the worst case scenario for so many of these squads. I know they didn't want a military zone to finish things off, but that's what they're gonna get. And I love to see it. I love to see it.
While we got that map up, or we just missed it, but I was gonna take a peek at team mobility. They had 2 or 3 in the crates at South Georgia Pole. They're going to have to fight through everyone to get to zone. And that was the team that, for me, is kind of the gatekeeper right now to the finals. They're the one holding the line at 12th place, and they've got a long way to go. So I think team mobility could be in a bit of hot water here. They're going to have to be very clever on their rotations, and more importantly than clever, they're going to have to be timely.
Yeah, they gotta get moving really quickly here. They should just take whatever they can get and honestly just get in a vehicle and start heading down to get into this next zone, because they need to put some points on the board, or maybe even try to keep a rotation and try to catch some players out. That would be really huge. I gotta ask you this though, going into this last game, if you had your IGL hat on, PB, right?
Oh, yeah.
And if you were one of these teams at the bottom, you're the coach, right? You're saying, hey, you know what, you guys are gonna land here. Would you land in your same spot knowing that there's teams that could drop on you?
I think probably yes. I think I probably would. I think the teams that are at the top probably are just here to do their thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Novas and the YKGs of the world. They're a bit more serious, and they're the ones that are really going to like kind of, throw a wrench in things if they land on you. I just don't think they have an interest in really kind of mixing it up with some of the teams that are lower ranked. And I feel like the teams that maybe are mid-ranked, the points are too close for them to really risk an early exit, because who knows what could happen, with some of these shenanigans. So I would probably land in the same spot here and just try to perform better, try to get into some fights. Because again, like if you're looking at the Chosen or Golden Eagles, I mean, the Chosen are 12 points out of, they've got to outperform Team Mobility and everyone else below them by at least 12 points this game in order to cross that line. So, I mean, you look at that is basically a full game of elims plus a high placement. So,
yeah,
they've got some work to do.
Definitely. The Chosen are really behind the 8 ball here. They're going to need to make something magical happen. And it's really looking unlikely, especially how they performed in the past couple matches. It's crazy for me to even be talking about the Chosen being this low on the leaderboards. But, hopefully they're able to fix whatever could happen, because technically it's still not over for them, right?
I was just going to make that point, Juicy.
Yeah, they can still make it happen. Yeah,
it's okay. Just like the teams in Challenger Division right now are probably looking at a couple of the lower performing Premier teams right now and saying to themselves, oh, we're better than them. We're better than them. We deserve to be there. And it's like, well, that's great, guys. Pump the brakes on that convo. You're going to have an opportunity to prove it, right? On the Battlegrounds next Tuesday, we'll have the Challenger Finals. And those Challenger teams that think they earned a spot or should be in the Premier Division will get the opportunity to prove just that. The top 4 from that Challenger Finals will be moving on to the Premier Finals. And these teams that are, performing poorly right now in the Premier Division and are like, hey, it's a fluke. This isn't normal for us. We shouldn't be here. They'll have an opportunity again to prove it on the Battlegrounds that it was a fluke and that they are better indeed than the Challenger teams. So I love the format. Love the fact that, we can just, be promoted right back.
Yes.
But for now, no hacks and trouble from BOPE. Nova's got the beat on them. And check out Kindness coming in here stealthily.
Woo! Coming in with the hang glider. Gonna go ahead and land nice and pretty here and say, hey, BOPE, what you doing?
Oh, that's just lazy play here from Hyro, man. He's chilling, just parked, stopped, I don't know, texting his girl. I don't know what's going on here, but Kindness spots him out. And he's going to be in trouble.
Oh, yeah, it does get blown up. But now Hyro is stuck out in the middle of open, but I don't know if Nova, the rest of their squad, is really there to help support him. Is he going to catch those toes on the Hyro, though? Is he going to catch those toes?
If anybody's going to catch them toes, I heard it's Kindness.
Kindness does hunt down the toes. He's looking for him. Oh,
he
caught
connects.
something.
Maybe it was toes. Didn't do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it could have been. Maybe perhaps an elbow. Oh, here goes.
There's GK.
GK caught the whole thing.
Hits him with the vehicle out of the air. Trip just a little bit late to get there. You saw Trip in the compound nearby. very slow to get over and help, but I mean, I don't know what he could have done because ultimately, I mean, I gotta say, this one's on Hyro, man. He got caught being lazy, parked at the tree, doing nothing, taking a little nap, and he got punished for it. And just like that, that is not the start that BOPE was hoping for. They're down to just Trip. And gotta give a shout out for Trip, just hanging out with us in the YouTube chat as well. Hopefully he doesn't do a lot of that while he's still alive. Got some points to try to still maintain here as they're sitting in 5th overall.
Hey, last game shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Some players just start getting a little too relaxed because they're thinking, oh, we're good. You know, we're making it. No problem. I'll just sit behind this tree. And then look at that. Just like that, you're done and dusted. And you're in the wrong side of a highlight reel.
You don't want to be in the wrong side of a highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steve-O knows what I'm saying. You don't want to be on the wrong side of a highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Not like this. Not like this.
I'm still bitter, dude.
Oh, man. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Let's see where this next zone is going to go. Is it going to land on WUMAVI? We don't know. Oh, it goes down south, baby. Military zone full-fledged.
Oh, baby. That bridge is going to be hot, man. Look at mobility. They're at Ferry Pier. Are they going to try to boat their way across? That's my question, because clearly this zone's going south. It's not a northern zone anymore, so they've got to get across. As it sits right this moment, the bridge is camped. Like, it is occupied. So I'm curious to see what happens to mobility and how they make their way across. Taking a peek at Chosen here, they've got a similar decision. How in the heck are they going to make it?
Oh, yeah, they're swimming. They're making the ultra safe one. They're saying, you know what? We're not taking any unnecessary risks here. We are swimming all the way across, and we are going to figure out how this goes. Yeah, they are full-fledged dolphining their way into military.
Is that how it goes?
Something like that.
We're the worst flippers ever, Jukes.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. But Young Kings are like Shamu over here. They're looking into the water. I don't know if they spotted any of the Chosen. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if they're dolphins or if they're seals, because they're about to be played with for the food. It's about to get ugly for the Chosen, and they're hoping it doesn't, because they really, really need this. They got to get across. They've got to win this fight. And if there's one team you're not wanting to cross in the lobby, probably the Young Kings. So I'm not liking how this is shaping up for them. Nice molly there.
Yeah, that was an unhealthy molly, and there's a
knock,
lot
knock.
of them coming in. Hello, Trip.
Knock.
Hey, how does it feel to be on fire?
Oh, Trip. Not like this, man. He had no chance, dude. They went to every window and every door, lit the house on fire, and basically watched him burn to death. So that was tough.
That's how you get it done right here. Joey, in a very precarious position, going in 1v2 against Dope. He's got a shotgun. Oh, Joey, best player in the game, PB. I said it once.
Pump
I
shoddy.
will say it twice.
Get out of here. Joey doing work with the pump shoddy. Chico now there to back him up.
Oh my goodness.
Esports has run into a buzzsaw.
Run away. Joey don't play, man. Joey don't play. Best player in this game, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness. Y'all don't sleep on Joey, man. He's been getting some hate in the past. Undeserved, I will add. He is leading many statistical categories in the Titan series right now. Joey, an absolute beast, showing why he #1 as he drops 2 people with that pump shoddy close range. And he was just trying to hold his turf, man.
Didn't even hesitate.
He did so successfully.
Didn't even hesitate. He said, you know what, I got you. You want some? Pow. You want some? Pow.
You know who benefited from that fight, Jukesy?
Who?
That was the Chosen all day long. Chosen were trying to get across there. Young Kings were eyeballing that water, taking a peek at it. Dope Esports rolls up and takes the heat off of the Chosen. The Chosen makes their way across. They will live to fight on, although they still have a goose egg on the board. They need to change that.
They do. They do really quickly here. Ugh. And then, sit down.
Oh, you hate. I mean, that's gotta feel bad, dude. Because you know how it is. Like when you get taken down with the DBS from close range like that, it's like, all right, it's the DBS, whatever. But when you get pump shoddy, you know, like when you get pump shoddy, that feels a different kind of way. Like, dang it, did that just happen? Really?
But you know what? Then you realize it was done by Joey, and then it's all okay. You know?
Yeah.
Because you realize, dang, we got pump shoddy, but we got Joey'd more than anything.
Oof. Well, they're running for the zone now. This is interesting. They're trying to close the gap between them and Nova, and both teams off to a hot start. And this one, Nova with 3 on the board. Suppic in trouble here. He's got to get out. Ooh, clever driving.
Clever driving, and he did take one of their players out with him. So he did take down Joey, the legend himself. So they still up 1 point, and they take off from there.
Chosen is on the board. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. That's 1. They have, what, 11 more to go? And if mobility gets 0.
It's a tough one, man. They still got 4 up, but again,
Suppic's on the run.
Yeah, position, not the greatest for the mobility, but looks like Suppic, man, he just had to run through the gauntlet there. And look at this. No heals left. Exotic is going to be done.
So that's Wall Street Bets.
Wall Street Bets out with a goose.
Wow.
That is so huge for team mobility. Now we're turning our attention to Super Lazy Reflex because they were the team next up. They were 5 points behind Wall Street Bets. They're 7 behind mobility, so they've got to close 7 points on mobility. Right now it's even. So that's our big matchup that we're kind of keying on at this point. Super Lazy Reflex.
Look who's there. It's the Panthers. And look who they're shooting at. None other than WUMAVI. There was some hate on that shot. Dude, Steve-O is knocked.
They were curving the bullets, dude. Wanted style. Like,
they're
I'm
pissed.
telling you what. Steve-O on his knees. They
got to hunt him down. Dude. Oh, yeah, they
got to. The disrespect that we witnessed last game with this third-party flanking nonsense is Nate's trying to go back-to-back 1v3s to clutch the world, to win, to move their team to first place overall. Like, yeah, it was ruined.
WUMAVI doing your job, trying to third party. Do it another time. We're trying to watch greatness.
I love how chat's just eating this up, that I just have this mega disdain for Steve-O right now. Hopefully they know it's all in good fun, but is it, Steve-O?
Is it?
Looking at you, man.
Big question.
Stranger. Golden getting on the board, knocking that Car 98 on Rushy from Phoenix. Love to see it. Ooh, shots in the distance.
What? Nate, no!
No!
Not again!
No!
Not like this!
Oh, he didn't. In 2 games in a row, Steve-O.
Steve-O he hurt us.
Bro.
He hurt. Oh, come on. Nick Chronix, not like this, Chronix. Please, don't not do what you did that last game. Please.
This is like the run in, and I mean, if you're going to do that, just hold the pin and jump down on top of him. Make it for sure.
Look at Steve-O, dude. Nate decided to paraglide his way across the water, and Steve-O doing what Steve-O does best, ruining it. Chronix, can you get this, Nate? Bad bounce. Cook it right.
Oh, man.
Is he going to nade himself just to shut him down? Is he going to nade himself just to shut him down?
Mollies are out. Get him. Get him.
Got him, his Quan. Shoot his box.
Shoot that box. This is the one time I'm like, BM that fool.
Oh, but Nate survived.
No. Nate, get out of the water. What are you doing?
Nate survived.
Oh, toxic circle.
Wow.
You know what's crazy about this? The Panthers are in the circle where they're at right now.
So good for them. That is so lucky. Wow. And then, of course, now you don't really have to worry about the water if you get knocked. So Nate, swimming his way, knocked all the way to safety, gets up, and Steve-O is the one that goes down after all. So what an anime this is.
It really is. We got team mobility here working their way into the zone, and I'm really curious to see what they do. You got the Golden Eagles setting up, and I don't know, man. I feel like these guys they're ranked lower than they should be. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just a little disappointed.
Agree. Yeah, it's tough.
Makes me sad.
It's tough to see. I mean, I'm glad to see that the Panthers have put themselves in a spot where they should be, at least in a much more safe range. Golden Eagles, though, is another team I feel that just have been having just not the best luck of things here. They do put themselves in a good spot, so they are at the shack, but it is quite centered up in the zone. So as long as they hold it down, but I really want to see them get aggressive. So just really push away any team that comes close to you.
Absolutely. This is a tough spot here. Team mobility holding 2 different peaks. One of their 2 splits is in trouble, and they're being pushed right now by Phoenix. They are going to call in the reinforcements here. This is kind of the matchup I'm looking at. What is Zed going to do here?
Or the lobby.
WUMAVI's done. They're out. So they will move on though to the final, so they're safe. Thanks to SIBO.
Safe indeed for now. How are they going to look during the finals? That's going to be the question. You know, another question though is, you know, how's Phoenix Esports feeling as they were able to punch their ticket in? Super Lazy Reflex, the only team that can really spoil these squads, has to have a good game here. Here they come.
Absolutely.
There's one.
Golden, I suppose, could do it, but they basically got to win and put up the limbs.
Man, that Super Lazy Reflex is getting some really good points on the board here. That's one. They're going to need quite a few more, though, and be able to secure at least a placement finish. They have to take out Execute here and now, though.
They really do. This is huge from SLR. They really need this. Oh, mobility goes out. They pick up 2.
Ouch.
That is going to move the bar to 45 points. So that is a big one. Phoenix is ahead of them. So really, Team Mobility is the ones holding on to that last spot right now. This is a tough spot to be in, and it's a shaky ground as well. They have tied the Dope Slayers as well. So it's Dope and Team Mobility kind of clutching that 12th spot.
Super Lazy Reflex is the team that is going to be able to crush their dreams. So they now have 37 points. Oh, actually, they have 3 points already. Wow. So it's going to be super close. Take a look at this replay, though, real quick.
Yeah, we had some action go down off screen. This is TMGG getting sent down by none other than Phoenix Esports. Phoenix needed that, and that will put them ahead for certain. And it's looking like Phoenix is going to move on with their performance so far here in this game number 4. So really big props to Diamonds there with that clutch wipe of TMGG.
So huge. So huge. Now, looking at Phoenix, they still only have 1 player up. And I'm sure that he's just going to go just be chilling, trying to get some extra placement points, maybe a couple steals here and there. But that was just absolute clutchness for them. So,
you know,
right now, it's Super Lazy
Reflex. Gotta give
Reflex.
props, man, to Nova, too. Nova clinched with YKG going out this early. So Nova has won the qualifiers and will secure those 10 bonus points. So big grabs to them.
Wow. Nova doing Nova things. Just like that. I mean, it's crazy to see YKG still get 7 points of eliminations and go out so early. So,
that's why they're where they're at on the leaderboard, though, Jukes. You know, Nova's won 4 games so far. Young Kings have only won 2. And it's close. And it's because of those elims that Young Kings continuously put up. Not like Nova hasn't, but that's the reason that those 2 teams stand so far and away above the rest. It's the pressure that they put on other teams. It's the combat that they continue to find themselves in. And they continue to win those engagements. So that's really, really huge for their squad.
Oh, man. Diamonds is done here. Yeah, he's going to go in a smoking buggy. Full send it all the way down to the center here. Try to buy
seems
some
like
time.
A good spot. Yeah, it seems like a great spot to stop.
Super desperate. Shooting out the tires first and then going to blow up the buggy. Has to go get a quick little reload, but he does survive for a little bit longer. That was a very, very bold, highly risky play. But so far, buys them a couple more seconds alive. But look, we're looking at SLR.
Hey,
all eyes are on them here.
All eyes are on them, but my eyes are also cross-eyed looking at Golden. Look at Golden. They've got 5 elims of a full squad. They're the only team with a full squad. They need big points here. They're on track right now. They're on track.
Could this be their game?
This is insane if they pull this off.
Oh, it'd be huge. And look at that. They just took out Poppy Sour in the shack. And they're going to get the thirst as well. Oh, wait, no. That's
Stolen.
Phoenix. Phoenix takes it.
Oh, my gosh. That could, I mean, we'll have to see right here. But if Diamonds cost, I mean, this could cost them a trip to the Premier Finals. We'll see how it shakes out. But that was a big, big, big steal.
Massive
swimmers.
All the Panthers swimming away, just trying to be able to get into this next zone. Super Lazy Reflex guarding the beach. They need those elims, though. They need them bad.
Man, Golden
Looks like
Eagles
they're focusing
are
on kindness.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. Super Lazy Reflex just picked one up. Can they get the finish? They do. Another point in their column. Super Lazy Reflex up to 4.
QZ running in the open. Just stand out. You got to put that pressure on them. You can't let them run up on you for free. That's one player you do not want running up on you for free. That's for sure. Too much pressure, though, from too many different angles. And Super Lazy Reflex are just so desperate. They know the position they're in. Oh, and one of them got blown up. And QZ!
Oh, man, they're out.
QZ!
They are out.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? One player you do not want to run up on you for free is QZ.
That is tough, man. Panthers still doing work, still putting up points. I mean, the Panthers have had a great day, you know, compared to where they started. They have shown up today, so I'm really proud to see that.
Likewise.
My eyes are firmly on Golden Eagles, man. They've already got 6, and they got a full squad here, and they have good position. They've got to work their way to circle, but they've got a full squad pushing against, like, solos and duos here.
This could be it for them. All they got to do, and this is going to be so bad for teams like Team Mobility, because Phoenix Esports has been doing really, really well. Can Golden Eagles continue it on? Sup, Pig! From The Chosen. Shuts them down. The Chosen's still alive, by the way. They did not get a lot of eliminations, though, so that's going to be tough for them. But you never know with the leaderboards.
They needed 12 at the start of the game. I'm not going to do the math right now live to see where it's at. But if they win,
it could be dangerous.
I mean, they legit has a shot here. And Golden, they pick up another Elam. They're up to 7, which is huge, but they're down to 2 members. I liked them when they had 4. I don't like them so much now with 2.
And honestly, if you're the Chosen, you really need to be thinking about getting every single elimination here. There's only 6 left, but 6 at a chicken dinner, that's a lot of points.
Trying for the nades here into the house, trying to connect with anything. Golden Eagles just trying to start off a fight. Maybe, in trouble now.
QZ again.
Man, Nova's just outplaying Spoiler. QZ, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is it. This is it.
Oh my gosh. The man can't be stopped. The man, I mean, is a one-man army. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Like, towards endgame, you have to just stand up and get aggressive and just do it with your gun on your back. And QZ is just proving how much that works.
Oh my gosh. Those points for TMGG are so clutch.
Oh,
that is going to help them so much, because with getting wiped right now, they had a full squad going into that final circle, and they got 2 picked off on the way in, and QZ just playing the role of Spoiler. Nova was in a really bad situation, and somehow, some way, they've managed to fight their way out of it, shorthanded, I might add, with KK Love and QZ just holding one angle apiece and figuring it out. They've got the water to their back. They took care of that first. Now they're just picking people off, adding to their point lead.
Peralta trying to make some cheeky peeks through the hole. Nova, full snake mode from all these players outside. MEZEXIS with the only cover available. Are the Chosen, though, going to be able to spot Nova first? They do have a vehicle to work with as well, so that's an emergency car wall. And it looks like they did get that beautiful crate as well, but you never know. I mean, because Nova, they got the gun skill to back it up, baby. They do not mess around. Look at that nade, too. Peralta finds an angle. Wow. Through the hole in the wall.
That's a crazy angle. I mean, you couldn't even imagine if he was shot from there. The sad part, though, is I was just going to say, you know, the Chosen, this is exactly where they want to be. They got 3 up. They got the body count lead, and they're in the final circle with a chance to potentially win a chicken dinner here. This is what they needed to do this game, but unfortunately now they're going to have to do it with 2 remaining members. It's a 2v2v2.
Oh, and they really needed all these limbs, and they can't get them. And then here comes K-Love getting another knock onto the Chosen. The circle is now tightening up here. MEZEXIS are just chilling, just not even moving a muscle. And meanwhile, look at this. Even though Nova has no cover, they're applying so much pressure, they don't need it.
You know what? With the teams below them, like the Golden Eagles, they've leapt over the Chosen at this point. Like, as far as, you know, they're another team that they've got to try to pass. I don't know, man. They've got to basically take down everyone that's remaining in my eyes.
Winter has no heals either. Winter has no heals. And not to mention the zone goes to guess who?
It's got to go to Nova, right? It's got to go to Nova. They're the
chosen
ones.
They needed it the most. They needed it the most.
Oh just
my
like
gosh! All done and dusted. Nova is just undefeated. What did Dave say? That Nova was 100%?
I think 100% Nova. And you know, they really are showing that they are kind of a class above right now. They have been shorthanded, and outmanned, outgunned, outpositioned, and they have still found a way to get it done. Look at that
Look at that
from
Molly.
range.
Oh my
Are
goodness.
you kidding? That is ridiculous.
Threading the needle. And then look at this. QZ just going to pre-fire because he knows he's by the tree. Oh my gosh.
clutch.
He's flashed. He's flashed. He's blind. Oh,
nice play.
peek. Nice peek. Oh, that's dangerous. You got to watch. Oh, this is going to be so close. Oh, one shot. Oh my gosh.
Who called MEZEXIS? Was it you, Jukes?
It was me. I called MEZEXIS. I told you.
Let's go. That was insane, dude. MEZEXIS picking
Wow.
up the first and last chicken dinners of the Titan Series qualifiers. That will be their second chicken dinner of the qualifiers. Bananas, dude. That last game gave us all of the action and entertainment we could have hoped for. Teams were putting up points that needed to put up points, and I don't know if anything actually changed because everybody kind of rose up together. I think we just condensed the scoreboard, but we're going to have to wait and see for just a few moments. Incredible stuff, though, for game number 4. Jukes, what was your immediate reaction?
First off, I was like, dang, what a lucky prediction. I mean, I had a feeling that one of those teams in the middle was going to clutch it up, and I just said, MEZEXIS. And what do you know? Boom, getting it done there. Just seeing Nova, I think, yeah, like I had a prediction saying that, I thought the Young Kings had that little edge on gun skill over Nova, but after this game, I mean, Nova's just stamped. Like, these guys are really coming in hot here in the series.
They really are. You got to love their chances for the finals as well. Starting off the Premier Finals next Thursday with 10 bonus points as kind of a head start as a reward for their consistency over the past 3 weeks. And I gotta look at my boys over at the Panthers, man. They had a clutch day today, not gonna lie. Nate absolutely was cracked. He went off. And I gotta say, like, what happened in game number 4, y'all? Like, it was going so well. Steve-O kind of came out of the woodwork again. And then y'all turned into synchronized swimmers. Like, what happened? Everybody was swimming in the final zone. This is a game of battle and guns and definitely not kills. Certainly elims, though. And synchronized swimming is what we chose to do. I don't know what's going on, Panthers, but at least we made our way in. I don't know. Let's welcome back our talent, though. We got Mustache Dave. We've got Neptura. Let's get him back out here. I want your reaction, Dave. What the heck, man? Game 12, qualifiers, Premier, done and dusted. Was it what you expected?
Yeah, I mean, we got Steve-O in the chat looking a 1v1 PB over here, so we see that. But no, I think I saw Hot Jukes kind of move his hands that last play of the game and disconnected my boy's phone right there. And, Team MEZEXIS the win. Let's be real. But GG's, though, for both squads. Nova just dominating, man. Nova should have had that win. But, Hot Jukes, you can have a win every now and then, man.
Coming from the guy that predicted Nova. So we'll take it to replays here, checking out the general action that went down. Game number 4, starting with Hyro, got a little bit lazy, fell asleep at the wheel, and ultimately got clipped by a speeding airborne buggy. And we can't forget Joey with the pump shotgun, making dope pay for that ill-advised push. And just like that, Joey cementing himself as the legend of Season 0 Titan Series. But we got the Chronics here trying to take down Steve-O. And, Steve-O, just a thorn in the side of the Panthers all day long today. And it was no different here in game number 4. Neptura, like, once we got to this point on the beach, the zone was cut in half, limiting where everyone else could hide. I mean, what did you see from this point forward?
A lot of lower place teams really pulling it out of the bag, honestly. So many battles going on here that were so crucial, but they played this super, super well. This kind of area often brings out the best in some of these teams. You see how well they actually perform in those super open areas. Golden Eagles there doing a great job, and MEZEXIS clutching it up. Nova, looking really, really good, controlled that zone perfectly, but in the end, it is Ulysses with those little peaks there going to grab it in. But really, really well done from both teams here.
I really agree. That was an excellent hold by Ulysses there on that push. Let's take it to the rankings here for the game. And as you can see, Nova, while despite not getting the chicken, they got the points. That's going to pad their lead. They will finish on top for the Titan Series in Season 0. Incredible performance from them all the way around. The Chosen, they had to get the dub here, get some elims. They got high placement, but didn't quite pick up the elims they were hoping for. And then towards the bottom, The big one here, Wall Street Bets getting the goose. Now, I don't know if they got skunked on the damage done, but they certainly were trying not to repeat game number 3's performance, and unfortunately, they did. So Wall Street Bets likely going down to the Challenger Finals. They'll have to battle their way through it. But you know what? Like we mentioned before, I think that they'll be okay. There's still an opportunity. They can get through it, and it'll all be good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if we have standings ready to go, but I would love to see kind of how things shake out. We got a minute to wait. So with that, Jukes, I'm gonna ask Dave because Dave picked Nova. He's the Nova front runner here. What did you think of QZ that game? Just absolutely ruining the hopes and dreams of multiple teams trying to make their way to the top of the leaderboard.
Let's say QZ just insane. And I think 8 elims that game, at least the last time I checked up until that late game. So QZ had a phenomenal day, not only in that game, but all the games here tonight. Do I expect this to continue to kind of show in the lobbies moving forward? For sure. And I think a lot of teams that qualified in second, third, fourth, I'm looking at those squads. They're going to probably look at Nova Esports to study here over the next week as well to try to take a play out of their books here. So Nova, though, they're so good at being able to continue to just dominate, take up the zones and just control the zones. They're so good at controlling these late game zones. And we see it, 4 chicken dinners in this tournament so far.
They almost had a 5th there at the very end. I'm ready, guys. This is standings time. And we've got to get to the updated current standings. I want to see how this shook down. And here we go. The Golden Eagles almost made it, but it just wasn't enough. Had they gotten just a couple of more, who knows how it would have ended up. But Team Mobility rides the number 12 borderline spot all the way to the end, and they will make it through. So your finalists that do make the cut, this is locked in at this point. We got Nova winning the qualifiers. They're going to be picking up 10 bonus points here. The Young Kings getting a strong second place with 8 bonus points. MEZEXIS with that chicken dinner towards the end, they've jumped all the way to 3rd, and they're going to pick up 6 bonus points. And you guys can see the results from here on down. And I want to explain a little bit about how these bonus points work. Essentially, we wanted to reward these teams for their play over the last 3 weeks. Consistency will earn you a little bit of a leg up in the finals, which will go down next week. So as the matches start, there's going to be 6 of them for our Premier Finals. Teams will start with a bit of a head start. So Nova's going to start next week with 10 points, Young Kings with 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, and so on down the line. But unfortunately for the Golden Eagles, Wall Street Bet, Super Lazy, Reflex, and The Chosen, y'all will be joining the Challenger top 12 in the Challenger Finals, and you'll have to prove it on the Battlegrounds to find your way back to the Premier Finals. Whew. Jukes, walk us through the Challenger Final standings. We're going to bring that up right now. Talk us through this one a little bit. This is how it kind of shook out.
Boom, let's take a look right here. So these are the squads that were in that Challenger Finals here. Excuse ending up on top. They're going to have those 10 bonus points going on in. Beautifully executed right there. And these are the teams that you're going to see that really made it in that Challenger division. As you go look all the way at the bottom, it was so close. I mean, look at this. You have Ultimate Esports tied with Strangers BD. And I've talked about Strangers BD in a couple other series before this one here, so it's good to see them sneaking on in. And then, yeah, you're going to see right there at the bottom from the Challengers division, Golden Eagles, Wall Street Bets, going on down, Super Lazy, Reflex, and The Chosen. These are going to be the squads having to go up against these teams.
I got to give a shout out to GT Esports, Galactic Esports, and the Fearless Suns who did not make it in from the Challenger series. They will be starting over in Season 1 in the Challenger division. But I want to point out in the Challenger season, or the Challenger finale for the qualifiers this week, going into the final game, there was a 4-way tie for 11th. So 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th all had the same amount of points, and it all went down on the Battlegrounds in that 12th and final match. And you guys saw who actually made it in. So really excited to kind of see what happens when these two teams blend. I've got some thoughts on that coming up, but I want to throw to Nepturo real quick. Give us your final thoughts on kind of the Titan Series Premier Division and how you saw everything wrap up.
I saw everything wrap up, honestly, beautifully. I loved seeing those the big teams continue to dominate. We saw some teams continue to be consistent, and we also saw a lot of teams change over the last few weeks. Some dropped down a little bit, some came up. I mean, that's the same sort of thing you see in any sort of series like this, but to have the same sort of consistency throughout, and to also, the teams always getting those big eliminations. Every team had their moment. So it was really, really interesting to see how that's all playing out. And this is only qualifiers. They're playing like this in the qualifiers. I cannot wait for the finals, PB.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us at the desk for the Titan series in the qualifiers. Hope to have you back for the finals as well next week. Yeah. Jukes, how did you think things wrapped up, man? Give me your 30-second closing thoughts here on the qualifiers. You were here for all of it. What did you see? What are you hoping to see in the finals?
Man, this was honestly just an amazing experience. Just seeing so many of these squads come out gunning right off the rip. We saw some great plays from some individual players. I love the fact that this whole series, the website, titanseries.gg, the stats that we can look at, how we can analyze certain players, I think that this is only the beginning. Obviously, this is season 0, right? This is season 0. This isn't even season 1, and it's honestly one of the best productions I've been a part of. So, I mean, I only see this place going up from here. Honestly, if you guys are watching and you're even thinking about being an NA pro, this is the place to be.
Appreciate the kind words, Dave. I'll throw to you before I close out with my thoughts. What did you think, man? Titan Series, Premier Division, qualifiers, wrapped. We now set our sights on the finals. What are you expecting?
Forge in the fire, as we say here. Forge in the fire. I just love the point system. I think the players love it as well. Chatting with them. The new point format that we're rocking here definitely demonstrates individual players. I feel like a lot more. We had QZZ popping off, we had Joey popping off, and even Nate today. So you really get to see these players stick out a little more with this format. So I'm looking forward to next week as well, PB. Ton more action to come.
Absolutely. You mentioned QZZ, and he is now the #1 damage dealer in the league.
Sheesh.
So Titan Series Game 12 puts him on top there. You guys can, again, see those stats over at titanseries.gg. For Power Bang at the desk, appreciate you guys all tuning in the chat. Big shout-outs to all of you for watching, supporting, subscribing, etc. We very much appreciate this and really hope to make this an amazing staple of the North American and global esports community and PUBG Mobile moving forward. With that said, tune in next week for the Challenger Finals on Tuesday. Make sure you're there for that because we will have a new broadcast. We are going to be live with the Challenger Finals. And until then, enjoy these replays. We'll see you next Tuesday for the Challenger Finals. Take care, guys.